We are unmuted.
Unmuted.
Oh, we got Zach in here.
And he's in the camera.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I gotta rearrange this. We gotta rearrange this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shift.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shift. Hold on, we can bring another table over because KK's coming too. Andy cheers us.
All right. Cheers, everybody. The boss is resituating. We got Zach DiSabatino in the building tonight. Super fan Rob Pico with his Billy Goff shirt, Team Goff shirt. Obviously, the boss is setting up. We got two fighters that are legends at Cage Titans fighting on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. We're watching it on the screen that's behind the camera right now. We hope you guys are watching it at home, supporting our guys from New England. And yeah, we're just going to be reacting to the results of the fights and giving you some fight news about the fight card happening August 27th in just a few short weeks. We're in the month of August. It's fight month. A lot of news to drop, a lot of stuff to talk about. No, we should be good right there, boss. And yeah, most of all, we're excited tonight to watch Billy Goff and Connor Matthews throw down in front of Dana White for their chance to earn a UFC contract. Everybody, I think, on the whole scene is excited. So thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully you guys got it up on the TV. And yeah, you'll just be hanging out as we watch this broadcast whenever it starts. We got the waiting screen right now.
No.
Just do it. You need to watch it somehow.
Yeah.
Everybody, Steph, come on in.
No, thanks.
No. All right. Hard enough. We got Zach back on camera now. What's going on, though, Zach D-Sap?
Oh, not much. Really?
Man of few
Big
words.
a pile. I'm trying to get like you can pretend the camera's
No,
not
I'm
here.
still not gonna talk at all. It's all right.
The camera. Just imagine the camera's not here. Nobody's watching. Nobody knows anything.
We are live, Phil.
We are live right now, and anybody watching at home,
What's
let
up,
us
John
know when the
Valdina?
Contender Series is actually started because it's not up on our screen just yet.
John said, "What's up, Rob?"
Maybe they're running late themselves. We have that.
Should we
problem.
probably hit?
Yeah, I
refresh?
already refreshed it a minute ago. So
Refresh that thing
it one more
again.
time.
So it's pretty cool, that for us, we grew up as like a community with Cage Titans, and to see these guys kind of grow up right in front of our eyes. I was thinking back to Connor Matthews' debut. He debuted with us as a 18-year-old kid back at Cage Titans 4, and he was just a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed kid just trying to break into the sport, and then now here he is. He went away to the military, combat controller, Air Force, all that stuff. Came back as a pro fighter, and here he is. The biggest opportunity of his career right now. So it's pretty exciting to see.
Oh, what the heck?
And now we're trying to get. Phil Grenier asked if he's in the Matrix. No, today we skipped Monday night. We went with Tuesday because we wanted to go live with this. But yeah, and then a guy like Billy Goff, same thing. Made his amateur debut with us. Had a couple of amateur fights with us. And then he ended up pro debut with us, and the rest is history. And here they are. So it's not only great for New England MMA to see one of these guys get on a chance. Now they have two, and they're on the same night. It's insane. How that lined up, I don't know, but the MMA gods, as I said earlier, were listening. Are you watching?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Do we gotta turn the volume up on the television?
Yes, we're going to. Matt, you want to grab us the clicker?
Please. Where's the click at, buddy?
What's up, Tony Rivera? How we doing, my man? What's good? Tony Rivera fights.
You need all these friends?
You guys want some meat?
Which number is it?
There you go.
Go get some.
We got it going now. We got sound. We got Cage Titans. I know he said he's only here to watch the show, but Zach, how is it to see guys that you compete? You're right at the doorstep of a great opportunity like this. How does it feel for you to see these guys? And can you vision yourself in the near future being one of them yourself?
Yeah, definitely. It's cool. Our national board is I think Washington fighters even like a person. It's a happens.
Nice. Can't believe we got a couple sentences out of Zach. We're moving up in the world. Very impressive.
Thanks, Jack. Definitely ready.
What's your social security number?
Joe Giannetti he said he's still bullshit that Billy Goff's good at fighting and good looking. Yeah, Billy Goff is a handsome fella, so it's going to
Yeah,
Matthews.
you let you go.
We'll have some devils representing New England MMA tonight.
Michael Demal, how many Titans fighters have made it for a shot at the UFC? Ah, man.
So we have Jay Perrin fighting in a few weeks too,
Joe
right?
Perrin fighting at the end of the
Yeah.
month. Jay Perrin. Is Billy's title going to be up for grabs if he signs with the UFC? Well, Billy is on the Contender Series, so he technically is not our champion anymore. That belt is up for grabs between Joe Giannetti and Trevor Goody on August 27th. If for some reason he doesn't sign and he wants to come back, he immediately gets a shot at whoever wins that title. So, yeah, we got Joe Giannetti and Trevor Goody fighting for this belt that vacated by Billy. It should be a banger of a fight in the headliner in a couple weeks.
Oh yes.
That fight is absolutely insane. Two Cage Titans legends in their own right competing against each other. Fights that we don't really get to see happen too often at this day and age, but it's kind of a rarity to see
It is
two
Billy.
absolute staples at Cage Titans taking each other on.
So this guy, Billy Goff, I like to remind, and he probably hates that I remind people every time, but he lost his amateur debut,
Yep.
got choked unconscious. His last amateur fight was with Cage Titans, got choked unconscious. His first pro fight with Cage Titans, he had a horrific cut against our old teammate of yours, John Pico, that split him open and stopped the fight. He was on a horrible streak with Cage Titans. And then, boom, COVID happens. He must have just been in the lab, throwing fucking lumber around because he came back shredded, chiseled, ready to go. He went into an absolute war with Sean Lally, picked up the victory there. Took out undefeated Marty Navis after that for the Cage Titans title. Went on to win the CES title against Gary Bolletto, which they just showed a highlight of.
I went to that fight.
And then he went up a weight class to 185
Yeah,
and took on Justin Sumter
Yep.
for the 185-pound title. This kid, some people pave their way, taking easy steps, comfortable fights. He just said, give me the toughest because I want to be able to smash these guys at the local level because if I can't, then I don't deserve to be at the next stage. He's a fighter that just was like, give me the toughest you can get. And that's a great outlook to have because when he competes tonight, he knows he's been in there with some of the best, and he knows he can hang with these guys. So that confidence level for him must be through the roof going into this fight tonight.
No doubt about it, even at the amateur career. Like you say, he learned his tough lessons at the amateur ranks. His Cage Titans record was splotchy for a while, but the run that he went on absolutely earned him where he is tonight. And he's only 23, 24 years old, I want to say. Still a young buck in this game, and it's a tremendous opportunity opening up week 2 of, I forget what season this Contender series is. But, man, it's been going on a long time.
Here we go. Without further ado, it looks like they're about to start. Jason Franklin, you're going to answer my text. I will get back to you today, I promise. You match made before. You know how hard it is sometimes to get people to answer you. Jay Rivera, what do you think of Francis Marshall's fight? So hard to pick. Francis looks well-rounded, though. I mean, he's fighting Connor Matthews, so we're hoping he loses. No offense to the Marshall. Okay. That's kind of we're a little biased on that one.
I do miss the
Actually,
Contender series.
that was season.
Do you have a ESPN?
Yeah.
She just wanted to come hang out with us.
Yeah, what do you think? Showed up.
I was like,
I told Kat I'd be there.
I saw him today before and was like, oh, by the way, I'm going to dinner to Hoops tonight. I'm like, then neither of you are going to invite me? No.
They can't see you
You
on
guys
camera
hang out
stuff.
without me.
yeah, she wants to not.
That voice in the background.
Yeah. Just
That
my
is-
cousin going to hang out with
I
us.
say,
But I was like, I'm coming.
I'm coming to keep an eye on you too.
Not like that. Zach treats her like this. It's a sister.
How about that crazy light rig last fight? We will see that again. Yes,
Yep.
Phil Grenier. I feel like it was a loaded question. I did get your text earlier. I will get back to
There it
you,
is.
just like Jason Franklin. Yeah, I think Friday will be good, Phil. Where's Kate?
Last one.
She said she's
Remember,
leaving at 8, but she
I
hasn't.
watched your fight.
Here we go, Billy. Look at those socks. This kid's the nicest kid, too.
Oh, wicked.
He's such a
Wicked.
beast and killer, but he's the nicest kid.
I got the controller shirt on right now.
You
Supporting
got the
Connor
center?
Matthews. But what people don't know at home is I painted my toenails black for this.
You did?
No, not really. But in spirit.
I called him on
In
the phone.
spirit.
Zach actually did that. You know, one of my favorite Billy Goff moments. I mean, it was kind of just funny, I guess. But like when he went and fought for the CES title as the Cage Titans champs, when he was in the back room, he takes his sweatshirt off and he's rocking his Cage Titans his tee, and he made sure he posted it up, and that was pretty cool.
He actually, after his fight, came out to the crowd. He
Yes.
actually thanked me for coming.
Oh wow!
He's a great kid, definitely.
They said win the title for Premier as an amateur. Yeah, turn this bad boy up. Let's hear what this guy's gonna say.
That was the night I actually got my Billy Goff.
Oh, there you go. And I gotta say as well, like Mike Dexter as a coach, this guy's been around for a really long time. And I said it to him. I reached out. I said, I'm so happy for him after all these years of being the type of school that just took tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. It paid off for him after all this time. So I'm excited to see Dexter as well getting this opportunity for his fighter because it kind of like justify. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, all those tough fights he took over the years with all those fighters, he shows that this is the payoff. He had a method to his madness.
All right, Billy Goff, 2-1 as a pro, taking on Cameron Lachinov in his third or fourth pro fight.
The line movement on Billy is insane. At minus 150 right now. Does anybody know what that means?
What's that?
I mean,
Minus
you gotta-
150.
Minus 150
Is he the
favorite means you got
underdog?
to pay 100. No, minus 150 means you got to bet 150 bucks to win 100.
Okay. Phil, that counts. Yes. Like that. And then Austin Shala, former Cage Titans fighter, not much time. He's actually looking to make his pro debut coming up shortly. His last fight was the daytime card. Cage Titans 50. What do you win?
No, he fought in the nighttime.
He fought in the nighttime. Oh yeah, Duncan Smith, right? Sorry, we still love you, UFC, even though you didn't give us a shout out. So he was our welterweight
I'm
champ.
excited for this one too because I was watching him slice people open like a surgeon with those elbows. One of his opponents had to verbally tap because his face was just flooded with the marinara, as they say. Very exciting fighter, very violent fighter, despite the fact that he loves his mama.
Oh, bless him.
That's so nice.
Daddy does. His mom Hattie's certainly looking on tonight.
Oh shit, I'm fucking stoked right now.
Getting chills yet?
I was there, man.
Hey, look, crowd favorite because he's training at.
Oh, is he training in Vegas?
Is that
Syndicate, right? Isn't that what Jay Perrin is?
Well, hey, actually, Jimmy Gifford, the big guy in the back, he's actually a Boston guy.
Years older.
Is he?
This is such a young fighter.
George,
that
you
we're
know
looking at
George,
here.
who helps
And
us
to
set
have
up the
9
cage and all
fights
that?
worth of experience
That's
is
his cousin.
huge for him. He went away from that fight with Mike
So,
Milan.
yeah, he
learned
trains
a
in
lot.
Vegas.
So the biggest
He lives
heat
in
really
Vegas.
is to help them out, huh?
It was an
Hey,
important
Giff's a
thing
good
against a
dude.
guy who
Giff's a
had
good dude.
UFC level experience, and he said that really showed him what he's capable of doing. He
Watch
wants to
him.
go out there. He wants to get this contract and be able to represent Israel in the UFC, just like his
Thanks,
tournament.
Jimmy Giff. He looks cute over there.
Oh shit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fat you.
I'm sure he's not watching.
First fight of the night. First ever fight companion that we're doing here at Table Titans.
Billy Goff opened as a minus 145 favorite in this fight, got bet up to minus 240, and then you started seeing money come in on the Trinsky side. Seeing how the Dana White Contender Series alone did last week, it's not surprising. I bet the dog as well. And we have a regression with the over giving us plus money
I have no
over
clue what this stuff
2.5.
means.
Now,
I don't
welterweight,
gamble.
about 20% higher.
Basically, Goff's the favorite. The other guy, if
Well, I think
put
they
money
just said
on
he
him,
was the favorite, but this guy ended up becoming the favorite.
Got ready last
I
year
don't
for
know.
Vegas and Syndicate MMA.
They just passed gambling here in
No
Massachusetts.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Justin Seavey. He asked me if there's any way we can
Needs
get
to
some
be signed by the
Minus
governor.
one, minus 165 is fair. Yeah.
Yes.
You can see
Did get that right.
22 young guys.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this guy.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, he's a little kid.
You're going to get assassinated by Billy Goff.
Really like kicking. He's changing his level on that jab already. Timer on right hand.
The fight talk brought to you by ZipRecruiter.
Now the right hand.
In the red.
Oh!
Don't worry. Don't
Nah,
worry.
he's
Don't worry.
waking up.
He recovered.
He's waking
He
up.
ducked into a head kick there, but he's all good.
He's good. He's good.
Talk about bad
He's got
kid.
on a leg here.
Yeah.
The fact that Billy Goff is even still awake right now is amazing, Michael, but he's been dropped early.
Yeah, he's been hit harder on that.
I've been loud.
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel like sometimes Billy just needs to hit just to wake up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like right there. Huh?
If he gets
How'd
this
that work
kick
out
out,
for
he's
you?
gonna
Break his leg.
Now, Patrice was coming into this one so annoyed himself in the last performance. He's a lifelong martial artist and jiu-jitsu player.
Yep.
And as we see,
It's up now. You gotta watch that duck into that head kick.
is still in this.
He's got a little swollen eye.
Ooh, nice knee though. Billy.
He just
Gee,
really
he looked like
loving
he ate
these
that.
kicks and knees. He's got such a long game. Does an excellent job landing kicks from the outside. And Goff has got to close that distance and clinch this fight up.
100%, Laura. He's going to get on the inside. This game on the outside, Shimon is picking him apart. He's got a wider array of skills. I think Goff.
All right, he's got the cobwebs cleared, I think.
As you said,
Nice kick. Decent striking.
Oh, nice left hand from Billy though.
I mean, he's weathering the storm. Still, is Goff.
he's tough. I told you.
He gets a takedown. That's all he needs.
Almost stuck in that uppercut. There's a nice catch of the knee. Bam. Way to run that single.
Single leg, it's Swatruski grabbing the cage.
And there's going the real leg.
Do you think Dana's message
2-on-1 in the real
resonated?
leg against the cage.
Andy's in commentary mode over here.
This is what we wanted to see last week, and they're absolutely
Watch
going to
that
be
fence
on
grab.
the
He's
show.
trying to get up. Nice. Good work.
Dana actually went to the back shortly before things started here and gave all a pep talk. So
Well, listen, I was watching last week, and I
Separate with that elbow, man.
He always looks
when
like
you're there, you gotta put on your best performance. Dana might stand in there with the keys to your career, and you're gonna
I'm
have
not
a
loving
level
this.
performance.
Naked leg kicks. A couple of them already, yeah.
Show right now. I mean, Billy Goff is showing tremendous heart. We're seeing technical brilliance. I'll be honest with you, from Trubisky right now. The opposite of brilliance for my pronunciation. I apologize.
No, I like how you slipped into an accent there for a second. I actually
Nice
appreciate
knee.
it.
And Billy's doing some good work in tight
This
when
is where
they're
Goff wants
closing the
this fight, though. I
distance.
mean, he does really well in the clutch where he can land those elbows.
Definitely got tagged early, but
Let
he's
the ending-
finding
beginning of the
avenues
finish
to
stick
score
that middle
points
three
again in
times
this
for
round.
CBS. It was another fight where he was facing a very big opponent. I mean, there's a huge size difference between these two guys right now.
But Goff is having success, though.
Good kick to the
They
rear
started
leg.
to speed some of the shots.
Ooh.
Nice uppercut got through there.
Don't shit
I
talk
mean,
our
the
boy.
pace that these two are putting on as well, it's crazy. You compare this to the opening
Yeah, no
fight last
kidding.
week, I mean, it is chalk and cheese.
This is a crazy pace fight.
Here we
They're
go.
right, there's a
Here we
nice
go.
uppercut.
Yeah.
There's going to be some
He's
combos
getting
together
warmed
here.
up.
Yeah, you don't like that. This kid's done.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, light him up!
Bada ping, bada ping.
Elbows are coming.
Ping, uppercuts.
Elbows.
Come on, give me
Oh,
more!
got it.
Give him more!
There we go. That's a good
He
flurry.
likes those.
That's a good flurry. Good flurry.
Done.
Good flurries.
Elbows.
He doesn't stop. 1, 2,
Come on,
3,
Dana.
4.
Well, what do you got? Yes! Woo!
What a dog. What a dog. Getting that. Dana standing. That's what's up. He's getting signed. Getting dropped and coming back and piecing together 30 pieces of punches. Holy shit. What a flurry towards the end of that. He just didn't stop. Once he,
Hey,
the
stop
second,
crying. I'm not gonna be the only one crying here.
the second he saw him exhale. Look at
Oh.
this. Oh, right on the temple. Caught him as he ducked in. Recovered.
I don't know if it makes you feel
I
better
saw
that
that
I'm not the
scene.
only one crying.
Watch this. Watch this.
Because you're the only
left,
yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
left. Another right hand, and left, and he's following the head movement, uppercut tags, and doubles up with the right hand. He just didn't stop punching. What a fucking
Yeah,
finish.
Billy.
He didn't even hit any of those elbows.
Doesn't matter. He didn't stop punching.
Look at Dana.
Good shit indeed.
Dana, we like that shit.
Signed. Dude's got the contract for sure.
So nice. I don't even know him.
So nice.
You had to see him fight.
Yes, I don't know him.
Good shit.
After he beats that head kick, gets knocked
Fuck
down.
yeah.
His coach Michael Dexter has been a father.
Michael.
He doesn't look tired.
God damn, I'm fired up right now.
I've never seen this ring announcer. I think you look better in there, Andy.
They're not giving cage titles one yet. We'll see.
Each and every week, Justin Bernard is our
Need a haircut.
Octagon announcer
Justin
here on
Bernard,
Dana White's
you can do this
Contender
job.
Series, and here he is to make it official.
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 minutes,
Silky
37
smooth, boys.
seconds into round number 1, referee Mark Smith called a stop to the fight for the winner by TKO, Billy Goff.
Good for him.
It's so funny. It's like so silent there.
Billy Goff improving to 8-2 on his career. No win
What a
bigger
fight.
during his 6-fight win streak than
There's like,
this one. The
Yeah,
guy
no, like, all right, get the fuck out of the ring. We need the next fighter.
After some lackluster performances
Look at
last
him.
week on
Pump.
Dynamite's Contender Series, certainly not the case. One fight in this time around, Michael.
No, that was a sensational
likes him.
performance in
I
every
think
way.
so.
Of course, you
I think
know
he
when it
likes
gets a head kick that early
You
on.
Dana,
But I gotta
last
say,
week he
it
signed
was
one guy.
easy.
If he sees finishes like this, you gotta imagine he's gonna.
That's what I mean.
Let's sign them
Especially
all
after
up.
overcoming adversity so early on. That's the kind of shit the boss man likes.
Thank you so much, guys.
There we go.
Billy, that is what you come out and do on the Contender Series. I take it you listened to Dana's speech last week.
Yeah, absolutely. But like what he said, it didn't affect the way that I came out. I fight every time. I come out to fight. I don't come out to fight for someone else. I don't fight for anybody else but myself. Every time.
I saw you kind of shaking your head and seemed like you were somewhat frustrated. Are you not happy with this performance?
No, because I was getting my ass kicked. Not happy about that. It's great to have a little bit of a war, come back and win it. That's not what I want to be. I want to be the best in the world. It's fucking dog shit for that.
Listen, I don't think you could be hard on yourself at all. That comeback was absolutely sensational. Talk to me about what went through your mind when you took that kick and then how the fight played out from there on. It was amazing.
The biggest thing is just listen to my coaches. Listen to them. Hands up, pump, jab, move your head work, and that's pretty much it. I had to rely on my coaches a lot. Thank God it's a fight.
Listen, I believe it was your mom. They showed your mom on camera, and she was so incredibly emotional. I know that this fight and this win is for her and it's for Coach Dexter. What do you want to say to them right now?
I want to be here if it wasn't for them, so I
What's your message to Dana?
hey, sign me. Every single fight, whether it's might not start great, but every single time it's gonna be a fight. I'm gonna give it everything I got every single time.
Absolutely sensational finish. Thank you so much.
What a fight.
Guys, send it back to you.
Left him hanging.
What's your own name?
Billy Goff, no win bigger in his career. Had kind of a rough go of it growing up.
You just
Parents
mentioned
had some alcohol problems. Said he had to chip in as a kid to help pay rent. But his mom was always there for him, pawn jewelry to pay for wrestling tournaments. She's here tonight. And it is
Champion he is? How do you think he did there, boss?
family moment for Billy
I'm
Goff
so
and his
excited,
mom
guys.
Hattie as he gets the biggest win of his career.
Boss, so yeah,
My
that's
team's
awesome.
my first.
I said that, boss. I mean,
We're looking at him.
I appreciate you thinking that.
Jack's the boss.
The angles, the different shots, the
I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think of the fight, Jack? We got you here.
Congratulations to that man. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he gets a contract tonight.
I don't know if he
I've seen a few of his fights.
if we have numbers on the guys, but
fight.
if Kobe gets out
He
of
went
the scene,
unconscious, so you can't
you
really
guys get
do much about that. I mean, I think like what was that when he fought
They both get a contract.
the first one, Arnold Rubio? He like
Rubio, yeah.
guillotined him. I
Hey,
think he
he
fought to the right way.
Yeah.
But he still got like I think Rubio's had really good fight.
It was like a deep.
And Pico, I can't say that much about that guy, but he was like one of the best people I've ever worked with ever. And
Yeah.
he didn't get knocked out by him, he just got tense with him.
Yeah. It was a
And he
nasty
got
cut.
off to like another one of his fights and came back and wins. So, yeah, it's awesome, super tough.
Dude, he's an animal. He really is. And I'm telling you, like, even Dexter's guys, you know, they take. I told the story last week, and I did an interview this week about it. Like, you know, he lost his debut as an amateur. And I remember they were like, hey, we're thinking about going pro with him. And I don't even know if he had a winning record. He might have been like 500. I'm like, we're going to go pro. Unless you got something really interesting at amateur, like a black belt or something like that,
Well,
then we really don't want to.
unless it's like a title fight or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this guy,
And I was like,
Senator
well,
Moody.
actually, I got a black
He's
belt.
making his debut. I was like, oh, we're not really interested unless you tell us he's a black belt. Funny story is he is a black belt.
Yes.
That's why no one will fight him.
And then they fought him, and he came up short, but he
Oh,
got
my
choked out again.
Unconscious by a triangle choke. It's a bit waning seconds of the round.
But it's funny, like, what are your thoughts when somebody goes unconscious? I've seen people like, oh, they're just stupid. They should have tapped. Like, what do you think it tells? Like, does that tell you that you're just gonna have to put them to sleep, and that's just because that's what it tells me. Like when I see Billy Goff go out, it's like I gotta put this motherfucker unconscious, whether my fist or a choke. or he's gonna always be in a fight.
Yeah, it's never really like, I mean, obviously he lost, but like, you go on college, like, you never tapped for that. Doctor stopped it against Pico, and then, we lose the decision to that other guy.
He lost to Cameron,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
5-round
watched
decision
that
in like his
live.
third
That was
fight.
a
Yeah,
really
that was a
good
Mohegan.
fight.
And that
He
was
what, like 20 years old when he did that?
yeah, and that was Cameron Lenchinoff who went on to the
Yeah,
Ultimate
he's
Fighter,
really good too.
and he was a 185 guy. So he was battle tested. So even though we see him get a little adversity at the beginning of that fight, it's like shit, maybe it's the stage is too big. In the back of my mind, I'll be honest, I was thinking to myself, I was like, he's been here before. Nothing's going to deter him.
Well,
He's still coming
It
forward.
was kind of a flash knockdown too. He popped right up, postured up, and was able to retain his guard and start controlling and breaking down his opponent's posture, and was able to mitigate most of that damage in the follow-up ground and pound. So you can tell that kind of experience paid dividends there.
Because that guy was 6'2".
He's not huge for a welterweight now. He just has
Is it
really
So
good
I just think
conditioning.
of when he fought Lally, and I'm like, so how does it make sense that he was?
Well, Lally's fought off a couple weight classes too.
Tyler Pimento with a cool reminiscing. Because I remember watching Dexter fight Parker Porter years ago. Parker Porter's in the UFC. That coach Dexter is Billy Goff's coach. And Dexter got hit so hard he went blind and tried to keep fighting those guys. Are all just built different at Dexter Valley Judo Gym. I can't agree anymore. Definitely the case. And we've always used to joke, think about some of the other guys at that gym coming up now. A guy like Austin Chala, who's in his corner today.
Been in a boring minute for a fight.
Jake Kasky, who's fighting on August 27th, who's been a stud and in tremendous fights. Both of his
Randy
showings.
Francis.
Randy Francis, they're just tough guys. When you sign a
Caskey, I
dotted
think, is
line.
an up-and-coming dog.
Yeah, he
You know what
has
I
a
mean?
great fight coming up, too,
Yeah,
against
so-
Julian Carrington.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Julian Carrington's making his debut in MMA. Undefeated as an amateur Muay Thai fighter. He's making his amateur debut, and he's taking on Kasky. Should be a great scrap.
I love fights like that.
And talk about, just both guys, in that
I love-
fight we're
I
talking
love
about in
watching-
particular.
I love
Kasky,
watching all these Amis come up and develop as fighters and then go pro and then watch them from there. It's awesome.
so cool. And it's
Really
it's
awesome.
cool. One day when you'll have the opportunity to look back, maybe 8 years from now, you'll see Kasky. You may see Kasky in this opportunity in the UFC or something like that. It's like, I remember him in his amateur debut when he fought Dan Walsh. We could be talking about that fight one day.
Mm-hmm. It's like there's so many people that have come through the amateur ranks.
Look at Zach Desack. It could be him. Your debut was with us.
Talk about
Have you
some-
fought anywhere else besides us? No. Who was your debut? Mike. Oh, Bones Fleming. That kid was huge.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
Stavros Batsinalis, that was the first night I ever called a fight, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Was it really?
Yeah, cage fight in 31. That was your comeback. You took
Because I went back to, I was at college when I fought the first time.
Was it 20? Yeah, you took a 3-year hiatus in between fights.
No, just like
about
a year and a half.
Yeah, about a year and a
I
half.
fought in
Yeah,
the summer. and
That's
then I
right,
went
that's
back to
right.
School, and then I
Yeah, it
came
was
back and
2016.
fought, in the fall or something.
He always calls you the Cal Ripken of cage
Become the
fights.
heavies.
Heavyweight guys.
We'll see some Graham on here one day.
Oh,
I like
Bounty hunter Hassan Graham.
Yeah.
You think?
Jarrell.
Johnny won in movie crowd and half
Just
on
the,
video.
Oh, you do? You gotta send me that. Send it to you right
And
now.
that's when I saw Zach fight, and then Johnny said it.
So, quick update, party update. We are talking about getting opponents for the party. We were talking about August 27th. He actually tried to throw his name in for a short notice contender fight, but we'd love to see the party back soon.
Really?
Mental. The most impressive thing about Dexter is they continue to change with the time. Early on, they were just tough grinders. Now you have a guy like Billy getting mad because he didn't win every minute of a round. Very true.
You got nothing to be mad about with that performance, though.
You see a little bit of everything, See, he got to show that grit and that tenacity and that
Oh, yeah.
heart.
100%.
In addition to just if you come out and start your guy.
Like in that Sumter fight there, he got rocked.
Yeah.
Quick. And then
I think in the Boleto fight he got
I
dropped
was gonna say
too.
this one
Yeah.
other
The
scene.
Boleto fight he got
But then
dropped.
all of a sudden, Boleto was like, I'm done.
Well, did you see the gash that he opened with those elbows?
Oh, yeah.
That was gross.
Yeah, Gary Boletto's was tough, but they make him as well, man.
So where did you guys meet? The voice
Johnny
off
said-
camera?
Johnny said that.
Johnny Cupcake set you up.
I worked with him. And I saw him fight.
Where did you work with him? At the baby making place?
No, title.
Oh, the baby making place. The baby furniture making place. All right, guys. Jesus.
No,
I didn't. That didn't come out right.
Cupcakes was big and big.
No, it's title boxing in Norwood. Our hockey coach and this, and they both won.
You played hockey too.
Sure did.
That was a goal.
Oh, it makes sense now.
That's why I'm a little off.
My
That's how.
little
So,
brother's a goal.
So- if you didn't know, me and Johnny talk about it all the time. We talk about how we met. We played hockey together.
I was working there when he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna join this like a beer league," and I was like, "Oh, you truly should." I did a beer league not like long after.
Yeah.
I don't know, Foxborough, right?
So we played out of Foxborough, Walpole, but before I met him, how long you guys been together?
4 years ago.
So I knew Johnny
Yeah.
14 years ago. I ran a pickup hockey hour at like midnight in Rockland, and this kid Leo Drysdale played with us, and he brought this kid Johnny Campbell. That's how I met Johnny, and then when I was training to fight, he was working for a baby furniture company in North Shore, and he was starting to train a little bit at BMAC up there. When I was going to fight, I was like, hey, why don't you come down and train with me? And at the time, I worked weird hours, so I would call him at like 11 o'clock at night and be like, I got a key to the gym. Can you get some rounds in? Let's go. And he would just meet me, and we would just get me ready for my first fight. And then, obviously, I fought a few times. He ended up fighting, and then I started Cage Titans.
And then he's been there since.
The rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah.
Cage Titans won. Johnny Cupcakes was a
Usually
fighter.
heavy's and quick.
Which is funny though, when you think of a guy that like Mr. Cage Titans, Johnny Cupcakes, who's fought the most amount of times, and he's fought in Cage Titans 1. Connor Matthews, who's fighting later on tonight, he fought in Cage Titans 4. Ooh. There we go.
Someone's going down in a second.
Yeah, he's
Someone's going
28.
down in a second.
Yeah, 30. 28, 30, yeah, 2011. So 11 years ago. Yeah, he fought for us right out of high school. And he was a hockey player. He was a hockey player.
Superman punch. Cortez and Costa has so much power in that right hand. Still hasn't connected flush. But I tell you what, the man's got a chin. He just made
Oh, dude, this guy is just loading up softball right here. Like,
He's like if Davison Figueredo and Mark Hunt blended.
oh, he's talking about that guy. I was talking about this guy in the red shorts, just winging Cortez Acosta. Winging bombs. It's like a slapping punch,
Yeah,
actually. Isn't it kind of like,
Yeah, he's like,
Got a nice stiff
like
jab
big
going.
Right now, and Danilo mixing his targets up a little bit more here.
it's funny, you got more viewers on YouTube.
Cortez and Costa.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh, good throw over here.
There we
Cortez
go.
and Costa taking over here. In my
All
opinion,
right, we're at 309, 308, 307, 306, 305, 304, 303.
And he was like, can we do a
301
timer?
of round one.
He was like, because people tuning in won't know where we're at. And now they do. He was counted down.
I'm completely agree with you. I think
3,
he's enjoying a little bit of a.
I love this Contender series.
I'm getting cracked.
it's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think back, like, who's some of the guys? Like Peter Barrett won contract off Contender. Like Rodriguez. Harry won not winning a contract, but he fought on there. Sean Lally fought on there. Richie Santiago, I call him Richie. Yeah. Call him Richie on the Contender.
So you can relate to this.
Yeah, Richie. Miles Johns. I think he was in the news recently because he accepted the USADA suspension. Sorry, Miles, if that's not true. I'm going to Google it so I don't, I'm not making you look bad.
One of the notes I had for him was that his output
Working
could be a little
both
better.
far
They're
on.
pretty good thus far. Yeah, the output from both.
Suspended 6 months. Yes, he was. For Adderall. It's kind of weird.
I think Cortez Acosta is preserving his gas. I mean, he does have a good tank. You see this fight.
It's banned at all times.
In these situations,
basically.
you're determined to get that knockout.
He never disclosed. He never disclosed his use of Adderall in the pre-fight forms that athletes
Disclose it, are you okay?
although he did eventually provide proof of the prescription.
Dan Suzachi.
In this situation, I'd like to see
Provided, are you okay?
I do not
He'll get it
believe
taken
so.
down. Because if he's done his homework.
Because it's, according to Commission Johnson, it's an amphetamine commonly used to treat ADD as well as narcolepsy, but it's banned at all times for athletes, unless therapeutic use exemption is found.
Getting it done here at the
Well, another first round finish, roping it along. If
Yeah, we
Connor
like
might be next.
Connor is next.
Shit, I need to get a beer.
Yeah, Kate Sutton's idea.
Yeah?
What?
Yes, right down the one. Go to the paper and write down what they want.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, man.
Trying to reach out
He's got to clip the top of the head off of that good, measure the equilibrium. Attacks him here, gets to his position. Right hand down,
Hey.
right hand.
Yeah.
Now, Zim,
Make one
you
call
can see
change
that
on my
that's
phone.
one shot. He's a very big man. But I gotta say, very
He wants a
entertaining.
keychain.
That's perfect,
Well,
thank
he
you.
is
What kind of keychain?
I don't know, just a cage type
his
keychain.
life to being a
I think you should make some,
fighter,
probably sell
five
them.
of his last 6 wins.
At the table,
You know, we should have, we're gonna task Andy's girlfriend. Andy's girlfriend is very creative. She actually made Cage Titans coasters.
Really?
In the last years, he doesn't waste much time. Time now for our official decision brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Here's our Octagon announcer, Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I remember
after
that
3
from 5
minutes,
years ago.
40 seconds
Right.
in round number 1, referee Herb Dean calls a stop to the fight. For the
Herb
winner
Dean.
by TKO, Waldo Cortez.
Waldo.
I never saw that one coming.
I didn't see Waldo as the name.
I didn't see Waldo. Yeah, definitely not me either.
Waldo Cortez Acosta
Smoke popcorn?
improves to 7
You like the Colonels?
0.
7-0.
To get a contract, I did not
Yeah,
see Dana White standing up, but I would imagine that he has.
I think
the
it's Silent
ability-
Graham could kill him.
I mean,
They-
What do you think?
Silent Graham is a beast.
Huh? I freaking love that guy. I really love that guy.
Every second of the fight. I mean, there was a brief, maybe a minute
He
or
just
so.
basically says,
That was after
"I'm gonna step in this cage and
2.5
kill you."
minutes of
And he does.
Silent Graham's a beast.
So listen,
He's
A year
definitely,
from now,
he's
we can
definitely
have
on
Silent Graham
Rod.
up
He's
there.
definitely on Rod's favorite list.
Maybe you are the remedy you've been looking for. 2 fights, 2 first-round finishes, Michael Bisping.
We'll try and get some keychain, Cage Titans keychains made.
Cage Titans keychains. We're gonna get Andy's girlfriend. We're gonna ask
What
her.
an absolutely incredible finish. That's what you come out to do here on Dana White's Contender Series. You said you wanted to rumble like thunder. I would say you did exactly that.
So hey, so before the fights, we've been going to get Chinese food
Oh, really?
in the parking lot, the place in the parking lot.
The Ming.
They've been taking very good care of us.
Really?
Yeah.
To the Ming, Don. Good Ming, right?
Oh yeah. Remember the name of the place is? They love us there. We
How
can
many
win.
go over there?
Huh?
How many go over there?
The first time we went in there, we had 8 of us.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, brother. And then I think the time after that we had 6.
This is what David White wanted. I put it right there on the
No, it's
table.
not
I
that.
really wanted to thank my team for the year.
What's this one?
For the
You
work.
said Pepsi, right?
I
You
didn't say
came out
Pepsi.
swinging
I
from
meant
the
Diet
well.
Pepsi
Any
'cause we don't
concern
have Diet
about
Coke.
this fight going later and just having enough gas because you were putting everything
Oh,
behind
there
every
we go.
strike.
Boom! Andy, we got a task for your girlfriend. They want Cage Titans keychains.
Keychains, all right.
Keychains.
I came programmed to do this, from coming, swinging, straight from the end, and we were ready for it. 5, 6, 7 rounds, doesn't matter. That's what he came on.
I know you can throw a baseball about 100 miles an hour, and it took just a
I was
short
getting weirded
shot
out by the
to put
friggin'
him down to the canvas.
translators.
Did you know?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's like acting like he's the show.
Yeah.
Coasters are easy, which I forgot to bring again.
Well, I'm wondering if she has the ability to like maybe take the logo off the.
I don't have the ability to do anything.
That's what I said. I said she's
demasiado competente para entrar tantos golpes de esa manera.
All right, let's move on. Is Connor really the third fight?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I knew that when it came down, when he actually went down.
This guy's just too happy about the job.
Yeah, this commentator, man. I mean, the translator.
I mean, look at that here.
Listen, you're telling me you wouldn't take every opportunity you could to talk to Laura Sanko if you had the chance?
Republican UFC.
No. I thought he was too excited. Like he's too animated.
Yeah, look at him. He's just so happy.
And I feel like he should be. I'm just nitpicking. I feel like he should be.
He's pretty content to be there.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
All right, thank you.
He's probably like,
And I feel like he should be on the right. The fighter should be center. Like, he's not the center.
My
my friend.
It is athletic.
I'm not
It is
wearing.
aesthetically a little
He's like,
bizarre.
I'm not wearing
Thank you.
pants.
This is just what
Please
goes on in
just-
my mind.
Please look down.
An amazing
I'm not
knockout.
wearing
Remain
pants.
undefeated. Now 7-0. Congratulations.
7-0,
Guys,
huh?
I'll send it back to you.
Here we
The
go.
Dominican Republic is
didn't
known
leave him
for
hanging.
turning out baseball players and
Billy
now
Goff sitting in the back. What the hell? She didn't shake my hand.
They could be on the
Because he shook his
cusp
own hand, remember?
of a
He did shake his
UFC
own hand.
contract. Waldo, Cortez,
It's okay though, Billy.
remain
We forgive you.
perfect. 7
All
Wait,
right, here
think
we
he
go.
gets a contract?
Huh?
Think that guy gets a contract?
Maybe they're always looking for
I'm
heavies.
gonna say probably. What else did they do? Did they put him on like a
Developmental deal.
developmental deal? What do you think of that?
What is that? You gonna win like a couple more fights?
Yeah, you're just gonna keep an eye on you. Should go back to the local circuit and maybe sign it quick. This thing's a dead
Look at that with Will Knight.
I was gonna say something.
Yeah, Will Knight.
Well, mine, Chase Hooper, a couple of them. that they said-
Basically, they want you to fight on Fight Pass and kind of monitor your contract. And I hear that they pay for you to fight.
Here we go.
It's Connor.
Separates these two men, their records identical.
First round finishes.
5-0. How about the first round finishes for Connor Matthews? Rarely, if ever, does a fight get out of the first round as an amateur or a professional. And both of these guys love this.
Gotta love the basketball shorts that the Contender Series has to wear.
Undefeated featherweights who love nothing more than putting their opponents to sleep. A submission artist
They
who
can give you
learned
a
his
choice
craft
though,
under
okay?
UFC vet
When
Kurt
you- on
Pellegrino.
Fight Night.
Jersey
Yeah.
Shore native Francis Marshall.
Jersey
Jersey
Shore.
fuck that. Here we go.
Furious finisher in Connor Matthews, who scored.
Yeah, look at that picture of Connor and look at his weigh-in photo.
Dude, he was ripped.
I was gonna say
guys are
that.
Right?
the same scale, but not many guys are willing to go the extra mile or wake up the extra 2 hours earlier and put in that extra work that I do.
Yeah, you're right. Because Connor.
My name's Francis Marshall, fighting out of Kurt
I gotta
Pellegrino
say
Mixed
that.
Martial
That's
Arts.
always kind of like a
Here
pet
to
peeve.
fight,
Like
put on a
fighters,
good show,
no one works harder than
and
me.
get
I'm
a
like,
UFC contract.
you realize that every fighter
Records,
says
5-0 as a pro right now, 4 finishes, small rear naked chokes, purple belt in jiu-jitsu, been boxing for about 4 years consistently. I'm ready just to go out there and put on a show. I grew up in Manasquan, New Jersey. It's a little beach town. Jersey's just like a tough place. It's a tough place to grow up, tough place to fight out of. Even amateur out there gets pretty tough. So you got a bunch of good gyms within a certain radius and just a bunch of tough, hard-nosed people. So my dad kind of wanted me to get more active, so he decided to sign me up for jiu-jitsu at Kurt Pellegrino's gym. Probably about a year after that, I started doing private lessons with Kurt, him kind of coaching me and giving me that sacrifice and win mentality. And then things just picked up from there.
I'm fucking ready.
I sacrificed a lot of my life to get that ultimate dream of fighting in the UFC, becoming a top contender.
Look at that prop to watch. Francis Marshall versus Connor Matthews ends in the first 60 seconds. Plus 900.
I would throw $10 on that.
Really? So that means you
Connor
win 900.
Matthews, putting pressure on him, a lot of wrestling, a lot of boxing, and then I think in the
So
second
you
round,
win $90.
Yeah. Throw $10 on him, come back with 100 fans in a minute.
After I got out of the military in
Good job.
2019, I decided to set my eyes on something different and, make it to the UFC.
Lally's the guy. He's the combat control.
My name is Connor Matthews. I fight out of Lozon MMA in the Controller Proving Grounds, and I'm here to get a contract. My record's 5-0. I have all first round finishes within the first half of the first round. I have a 7-second knockout and 4 fights under 1 minute. Fighting in the battlefield and fighting in a cage is still two versions of combat. My special operations career field has taught me how to be a real fighter, a warrior, that warrior spirit. And when you're a warrior, you don't have an out. You're going in there to die or win. There's no other option. And I just know that I'm going to go in there, I'm going to win. Or we're going to die trying. I've been in really, really stressful and hard situations, and I've always raced to the occasion, and I will do it time and time again. But going in there in a cage with somebody and finishing them and knocking them out and not getting hit and doing it in a devastating fashion, I'm going to go out there and give Dana a show.
Let's fucking do this. Here we go.
Here we go.
The former Air Force vet, Connor the Controller Matthews, undefeated, a perfect 5-0 with 4 wins in under a minute. Trains often with UFC fighters, one of them Calvin Kidd.
Connor Matthews is a very dynamic fighter, poses a lot of threats, he can get it done a lot of different ways, and kids like the Swiss Army knife in there, he'll find a way to win.
Yeah, like Calvin said, he has a very wide array of skills that he can bring inside the octagon, but I think the most important thing he brings tonight is a purpose behind why he's fighting. I mean, he is fighting not only to get a win and get the UFC contract, but to represent veterans, especially those struggling with PTSD and almost an ode to MMA and what it did for him in his life and how it saved him after he was dealing with some of those issues, seeing combat overseas.
He lost some very good friends over in Afghanistan, and he proudly represents those veterans struggling with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Yanni, let's take a look at this fight from a betting standpoint. What do you got?
Yeah, in sports betting, volatility is a
Grinder in
feature,
the
not
house.
a bug. But
You
you gotta
going
get the
over?
best of it. And in this fight, just like last week's feature bout, both fighters have been favored. So it's flip-flop. The goal is get either guy at the underdog price. And right now, it's the Matthews side that's offering that. I think that's where the value is. And of course, featherweight, 1.5.
KK in the building. The meat grinder.
Little sprinkle for Yanni, and how about the watch party going on in Fall River, Massachusetts? They very much like what Yanni is selling right now. Connor Matthews.
You get a wrong watch party
tonight.
Did you know that me and Christina's cousin went to prom with him?
Wait, Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're related to everyone.
There you go.
In stuff I had no idea. I'm just
Also perfect is Francis Marshall, the full-time
That's
firefighter
it. He's gonna
in
be
Jersey
napping.
City, New Jersey. Was a
He'll be
football
napping
player
soon.
in high school. Started training with former UFC fighter Kurt Pellegrino, and Kurt Pellegrino said, "You know what? I want you to start wrestling.
yourself again.
Let's help you get used to fighting in front of people,
Yeah, you have
rolling
to take your
around."
shirt
Really
off,
helped him deal with the nerves, and now
Yeah.
this is something that doesn't make him nervous anymore.
Yes, those one-on-one situations, they're very difficult to get used to. But as you said, with the wrestling, he became two-time state qualifier.
It's fine.
He did very well in that.
He's already a shit
jiu-jitsu
himself.
tournaments. Joined his hand at MMA eventually, undefeated
They're in
so
a cup,
far. And I'm
yes.
telling you,
Your
this
penis
kid
taped to your
is
leg,
very,
yes.
very
Okay.
aggressive. Gets a hold of his opponents, sets that up with strikes, drags them down to the ground, and then very, very technically
They can
sets
stare Connor all you want. You don't care.
I'm gonna say
You're a little bit
very
taller,
Khabib
right?
like in his
Look at it.
football, and that is
Is it
high
in?
praise.
Very high
Indeed.
praise.
That is a hot take, but I'm just gonna
Bar.
say one thing right now. Francis Marshall is a full-time fireman. His nickname should be Francis Fire
Michael
Marshall.
Bisping.
That'd be a good one.
Is it you?
That's
Oh,
good.
but it missed
Full-time
up
All right,
for
race
some
is that
reason.
now.
Just
OBN,
say
let's
it
go,
on
Connor. Here we go. It's time.
I made that
Probably.
up. I'm taking responsibility.
Oh, Bisping, you never cease to amaze. We take a look now at the tail of the tape. You can see Francis Fire Marshall, 7 years younger than the Air Force veteran Connor Matthews. 1 inch separates them in height and reach as well.
So this is Connor's
March 5th, our referee for our
They
third
said
fight.
that he was originally like flip-flopped. I think that's
Here we go.
And here we go.
Nasty leg
Marshall
kick.
in the red, Matthews in the blue.
Oh, nice low kick from Marshall. These two are very, very technical. I'm expecting a pretty even fight.
Oh, it's right hand.
They're both swinging heavily.
They're both technical and they both have very similar game plans in almost all of their fights. Box aggressively, get into distance, get the takedown, force the turn, and get that rear naked choke. They'll be fascinating to see who can force that game plan on the other fighter.
Matthews landing that calf kick along. Nice right hand as well.
Left on number 10 there. Connor's looking sharp. He's looking real sharp.
A little bit of a late start in the game. Moved to Washington after his stint in Afghanistan, and then
Another right hand, he just missed that slip.
The kid's like, no thanks.
Yeah, the first takedown.
Here we go. Get on top. Get on top.
Hits out off that 18 bite. There's that hook in the control.
And they get right back to action. I mean, whatever Dana White said to them backstage, it is
Nice
going to
jab
be
from
great.
corner.
Because every fight so
Ate a
far,
couple on that exchange.
it's night
Firing
and day.
back in now.
It really is.
I'm liking these counters from Marshall. He's finding the rhythm of Matthews and following it back. But so far, Matthews really, really pouring on the pressure here. Oh,
Nice right hand, bro.
Nice combination. By the fire marshal. Marshall really using that jab nicely as well.
There you go. Oh, he went for the guillotine.
Defense from Matthews.
Good kick to the body.
it's good for Marshall to start to mix in some of those takedowns, get
Jabs.
Matthews thinking about more than just the boxing. Seems like Matthews might have a slight edge in power and just overall,
Nice
aggressive
jab
this
kick.
year. But if Marshall can get him thinking about more than one thing,
Exactly. You just complicated things, overloading the mind, making them second guess every movement, wondering what's going to come at them. And that was a nice left right.
Kid's got some good speed.
He's had a couple good shots. Connor has too. Back and
Marshall
forth.
again controlling the pace. Yes, Matthews up against the fence.
and even though we're only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, or excuse me,
Good pace
we're only
for both
halfway
guys.
through the fight, this is rare territory for Matthews. He's finished so many of his fights early that, through the round.
He's 6.5
He's
through the
not
fight.
seen many deep rounds.
Well, both guys fight at a high intensity level, and that's precisely what we're seeing here. Oh, nice shot by Matthews.
Nice right. Good scrap though.
That jab of Marshall so effective.
That was a good right hand. That one was good. Oh, no. Come on. He's all right. He's firing. There's a nice jab from Connor coming back.
Marshall with another right.
And roll with those. Yeah, that's fine. Relax, recover.
Straight into side control, puts him in a great position. Certainly in the driver's seat right now. Forces the mount. He's got it. Ground and pound softens him up. Forces him to give up the back. And here we go.
There we go. We got back up.
Both of these
No hook, no
fighters
hook.
finish
There we go. Keep turning.
80% of their professional fights by rear naked choke.
This is Francis Marshall at 1-1.
All right, now he's gonna play the hand fighting.
He's pretty
It's a little tag. He's fine.
Actually, probably a good opportunity for him.
Can't panic. Of course, he's trying to free up the hand so he can fight the hands.
He also needs to start moving his hips to one side. There was a moment for like right now when Marshall does not have his feet crossed, doesn't have his hooks fully in. He needs to get a hip off to one side while he's fighting hands to be able to turn back in.
40 seconds to go here in the first round.
While Matthews is square like this, right on top of him, that's so much easier to get the choke from that angle. With perfectly applied.
Here you go. Attaboy.
Well done.
Matthews back to his feet.
Trying that sneaky knee.
All right, 25 to go.
He might have it.
Might have what?
That knee if he tried it again.
I mean, this has been a wild pace as well.
Crazy first round.
Somebody's going to slow down for about 3 rounds of this kind of action. Question is, who's it going to be?
And we see a round 2 for the first time tonight.
How about the fact that
Like how it started, you got tagged and recovered,
round, this is all
hung in there.
Well, what a round it was. I mean, both of these guys were landing. I mean, you could see Matthews
Yep,
here
Matthews,
landing
a
a
nice
beautiful
right
right
hand.
hand, cracking Marshall
Couple of them.
straight down the pipe, and then you've got Francis Marshall
halfway
cracking
through,
right
Marshall
back,
seemed to kinda
splitting the guard of
get the time
Matthews.
right.
He got some
landing a
time, and then he
beautiful
landed one real
right
good shot
hand,
to have
and
Baby
then, of
Gazelle
course,
legs for
started
a brief
mixing up
second.
the
But
wrestling at one point. I think that is absolutely critical for Marshall to keep Matthews thinking about more than just the boxing.
You're freezing when you get hit, you're kind of stuck. Eyes up, look at the target. I want to see a half jab to an overhand, and I want you to follow your overhand. Most importantly, kind of need you to move your feet. No naked, you throw a lot of naked calf kicks.
Let's go.
There's a lot of good things there. Covered well after getting tagged up, back up to his feet after having his back taken.
Who won that one?
I got to give it to the other guy just because he scored a big takedown, took the back, and definitely had Connor hurt. Yeah, giving it to Marshall that round.
Round
But
2
Connor's
is
still looking
underway
promising.
after a fast and furious pace to start this fight between Connor Matthews and Francis Marshall.
Another right hand.
You know, the speed and the pace of Marshall is kind of overwhelming Matthews.
There we go.
He's still in the fight. Reality is he's down 1 round. Went down in
Attack
Turtle there.
again, man. Come on.
He did
Oh,
with
shit. Here we go. Oh, baby.
Looking for a heel look.
He might have a deep bite.
Marshall doing the right thing, rolling with it.
He's got to get that knee back. He's close. He's close.
He's gonna get on top. Get on top.
Goff turns into it. Nicely done.
There we go. He's getting that wall wrestling going.
Marshall did a really nice job of just stuffing the hips right now. Matthews not allowing it to build back up, but here he
Here
is.
we go, man.
Able to pop up.
This is a dog and a half.
As the wizard does Matthews.
You know, I gotta say, I mean, these two guys are incredible fighters. I kind of feel for Matthews a little bit because Marshall is just out of control with his speed.
There we go.
He's out
You
there.
want him to take that? No, he didn't have to bite on that guillotine. I know you want that guillotine,
You
boss.
know,
Here we go. That's
partial
it.
to it.
It's a very
This is it. This is going to be disheartening for this Marshall kid. He can't put him away.
Bridge of Matthews' nose after that right hand connected.
Nice lap. Nice calf kick. That staggered his leg.
Yeah.
Marshall's really starting to find the mark.
Yeah,
That calf
another
kick,
one.
though, that calf kick of Matthews is nice.
That's how you slip the punches. That's it, Connor Matthews.
Matthews has been through a lot of adversity in his life, so taking a few licks inside the octagon isn't really going to bother him. I mean, this man's a born fighter. Been through some incredible, you know,
Yeah.
Lands as he goes for the double leg and gets it.
Yeah, very, very technical work there by the fire marshal. Beautiful takedown, set up, strikes. Now hammering away with
And those,
right elbow.
yeah, those elbows are really getting to the jaw, to the temple of Matthews.
And it's some elbows here. Does a nice
He's got to
job
move.
of
He's
using
going for the
these
deep half.
those punches to get inside, set up the takedown.
Mark Smith taking a very close look
There we
here.
go. Now he's moving. Now he's moving.
Telling Matthews to fight back.
Not an ounce of quit.
Well, one thing's for sure, Conor Matthews is not going to give up. That is a fact. He will continue fighting until the referee calls off this fight. Undefeated so far, 5-0. Great performances.
But this is a spot, Michael, as we talked about before this fight.
okay, nice. Way to block that knee.
He has
He
not
blocked
faced
it.
adversity like this in a fight ever. So while a fighter in life for sure, this is new territory for him in the
Well, as I said, a guy that fights like Marshall, with this kind of output, with this non-stop activity, it's incredibly hard to deal with. You know, I'm not going to think, you know, having youth on his side.
Trying to work off his back now.
I'm not saying that Conor Matthews is out of his prime, but that youthfulness, that abundance of energy when you're 23 years old, it's on display. You can see it right now.
Well, here's the thing: is we talked about all those fast finishers for
Oh,
Connor
try to get
Matthews.
some
He's only had
active hits
a
here.
little over 5 minutes of octagon time in his professional career.
And experience is a valuable factor in this game.
This
Oh,
fight
there we go.
has gone longer than his previous 5 fights combined already.
Yep.
And right now, I mean, Matthews is showing a little bit of an issue on the ground. He's got his guard closed, and that's just not what you want to do. If you're A, looking to get up, or B, mount an offense. If you're wanting to stall out, I mean, yeah, keep your guard closed, but this is not a fight where you can do that. So I'd love to see Matthews open up his guard, look for butterflies, or look for, you know, to swivel off and maybe find an arm or a triangle opportunity.
Conditioning and everything.
Marshall really grinding.
Oh, this
on
is a
him.
dogfight, man. He's gotten tagged a couple of times.
Trying to get an
This
elbow,
is-
thinking about a triangle as well.
Like you said, like they were just saying, the longest fight of his career. It's a different.
Not the longest fight of his career. Not only that, he's combined all 5.
Yeah.
This is longer than all 5.
With that being considered, no, he's still very well conditioned. This has been a crazy dogfight.
The punch of the elbow hits the cheekbone. It opens up a cut. When it hits the forehead,
He's doing all right, mitigating most of the damage off of his back here.
half guard here. He's trying to.
He's gonna have to go for broke in that third round.
Get up.
Definitely got to go for broke.
I mean, this is a really impressive performance by by Francis
They
Marshall.
love
And
I love
from
Francis.
Conor Matthews as well, but Francis Marshall tonight. This kid's on fire.
Well, he came out like he was shot out of a cannon as you take a look at the significant strikes round by round. And it's almost 5-1 here in the second round as he continues to land shots with Matthews on his back.
Oh, nice little elbows. Right to the face. I could hear them.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Matthews doing a
Third
good
round.
job there.
Definitely got to go for broke here, but we know this guy's a warrior. He's going to be going for it. Either or, he's still representing New England toughness.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Right? That's gonna keep going. But do not put it back on the cage. You gotta throw strict hands. Don't worry about knees, kicks, no shit. Throw hands.
All right, now this was really nice work. The fire marshal lands a couple of big shots there straight into the takedown. Gets the body lock. Tips him off balance. Puts him down. Here we go again. Nice marshal once again to settle. Changes level.
What are you weighing around nowadays?
I mean, fighting professional.
Long way away from the 55-pound weight.
Basically showing Dana White everything he wants to see.
I eat the top of it.
You gotta go for it, baby.
Coaches, let's go.
I mean, come on, he's good.
Doctor checking Conor. Yeah, Conor wants to fight.
Safe to say he's ready to go.
Let's go, Conor Matthews.
I think it's safe to say that the Air Force veteran Conor Matthews is down 2 rounds to none. He's going to need a finish here in the third.
Yeah, without question. You know,
He can still get it.
2 rounds. Round 2 was definitely more significant. Round 1, of course.
His right hand as he's coming in.
And
Still got that power.
it's not slowing down.
I mean, that round 1 was very close, though, Michael. I would say that. I mean, hard to judge the damage in that round 1 and see.
Well, not to me. No offense. No offense. You know, I'm just saying my opinion.
We've learned one thing about Senko. She's not easily offended.
Thank God.
Matthews continues to go to that calf kick.
Yeah, he's starting to find some homes here.
That's nice work from Matthews. And
Yeah.
the footwork of Marshall, see the way he pivots it out the way there? Really nice. That front kick's a good weapon of Matthews. I've seen him.
Nice left hook.
in his fights.
There he's going back to that low kick. Those just add up, don't they, guys? I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't gone to the well more often with that. Of course, he was in his back left the second round.
They do, but it really can take just one if it hits that coronal nerve just right.
Make sure you don't get counted there.
Conor Matthews just wearing it on his face right now as that
Another calf kick
huddle
here.
up into his nose continues to gush.
The pace is slowing down a little bit here from Francis Marshall. This could give Matthews an opportunity to get the finish that he definitely needs. You know, so Marshall's still pushing forward, still pressing the action, but it's not quite as frantic as it was in the first 2 rounds.
But the firepower is still there. I mean, every shot you can see affecting Matthews.
How about the head strikes here? More than 2 to 1 for Marshall. Would you like to see him throw a few more body strikes?
Jab.
No.
I mean, listen, technically, if you're trying to train a fight, so yeah, you want to show body shots. But the head shots are landing. I mean, look at the face. On Matthews.
It's a good job. It is working for Francis Marshall.
I think Marshall senses the potential for a knockout here. I'm interested to see if he's going to level change and go for another takedown in this round where he had so much success putting Matthews onto his back.
He's accounted for too many high kicks already.
I don't think he's ready. 2.5.
Again, this is by far the longest fight of Conor Matthews' career. 4 first round finishes in under a minute at 1 and 7 seconds.
He's finding the line up to nice right hand with left hook.
We're bouncing around.
Matthews is eating a lot of punches.
Trying to change
Francis,
Jab. And running into a jab there.
Marshall is trying to finish this fight. That is a fact. You know, you can't say that he's. And even the referee said, fight back, look at this onslaught. And again,
Oh, jeez.
nobody knows. You don't come down.
There you go. There we go. Right?
So smart of Matthews to put you. If he can get back to that, that will be wise.
No matter what, you learn a lot about Connor.
Oh, 100%.
And again, 1, 2.
Like the boxing in France, so Marshall, the angles.
Yeah, whether he puts you out in the first minute or whether you're taking him to the very end of the fight. It's the one function deal with the Conrad.
One thing you cannot question is the heart of Conor
Not
Matthews.
a chance. Both of them on the push there.
He's still pressing the action, still going.
Yeah, he's got to be the aggressor this round, honestly. Other than a couple of brief instances where Marshall was taking the center, Connor's been aggressive.
Chris 1-2.
45 seconds to go here in the third and final round.
Let's go.
Nice left hook. He didn't like it. He didn't like that one either. Or that one.
From Marshall. 30 seconds to go. Both corners furiously coaching their fighters.
There we go. There we go. There's an elbow. Oh. Ain't a right hand coming in, though. He's going for it, though. He's going for it.
This is an incredible
God
fight.
damn,
I mean,
man.
a tremendous victory after shooting. Francis Marshall. Incredible fight.
Showing his toughness throughout.
Two absolute warriors there inside the octagon.
Absolute warrior
Francis
indeed.
Marshall's family has to be elated with the fireman from Jersey City's performance tonight. Very technical, very sound.
Obviously not going to probably grab that win, but
I mean, this was just
Still,
one way
man,
traffic
just like
later on
showing
in the
New
fight.
England
Francis
toughness to
Marshall
a
made
T.
beautiful boxing.
All heart.
Around the guard of Matthews.
Going for
Split the
broke,
guard of
going for the
Matthews.
win up into the last seconds.
Continued to land, mixing
Overcoming
in the
adversity,
wrestling when he
just
felt it was necessary.
Nothing to hang your hat on. Take probably not his night. I don't see the judges scoring it any other way, but there's nothing to be disappointed with in performance at all. Still going for it, still going for broke, and he's going to learn a lot from this as he continues in his MMA career, which I'm sure he's going to do. He's born for this. He's born for this. Yeah, that was a hell of a scrap. That was a crazy fight. And, you know, they, like,
What an amazing
they never
performance.
forgets who's a zombie like that. It never goes away.
Pupil.
Oh, that was super impressive.
That was a crazy fight.
And that's what you want to get on the Contender. But he showed an all-round skill set. He showed aggression. He showed a willingness to engage. I'm very, very impressed.
Let's send it
This
to
man
our
loves the
announcer,
fire,
Justin
man.
Bernard, make it official.
Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
yeah, he
after
definitely
3
was
rounds,
polishing
we go to
his
the judges'
helmet
scorecard.
since the get-go.
The judges scored the bout 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26 for your winner by unanimous decision, Francis Marshall.
well, 1-for-1 for New England.
Still a hell of a scrap and a hell of a showing from Conor Matthews. Takes two to tango, and that was a crazy fight. But I think he's going to be a lot stronger and better from that.
He's
gonna learn.
By rear naked choke, that not the case here. No, he did not get the finish, Michael, but he was pressing forward, looking for the finish against an incredibly tough fighter.
Hell of a scrap regardless.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think a lot of other fights is less.
Now we're going to wait just to see if Billy gets that contract, which will make Dana White
Anybody else
stand.
notice that Dana White's been wearing his t-shirts tucked in? Am I the only one that wears notices weird shit like that?
It might be.
Yeah, he wears his t-shirts tucked in. He wears his t-shirts tucked in. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, right? T-shirt tucked in.
Into the wrestling, seamless transition.
Little baby V-neck.
No, I thought that was weird. Not that I have any style, clearly, with my dad cargo shorts on.
Boy, ask him.
Yeah.
Can you tuck in your white t-shirt?
Jason Grenier. Kurt Pellegrino looking thick.
Francis Marshall, congratulations to that man, and he gets to speak to our very own Laura Sanger.
Francis Marshall,
Coco Melon,
congratulations.
Wakanda
You remain
forever.
undefeated, but more
Kurt
importantly,
Pellegrino
you
looking
just
thick.
put on one of the most
Rocco,
sensational
Becker,
performances
Connor did a
that
great
we
job.
have seen in this entire season thus far. How happy are you with that performance?
I'm pretty happy. A little upset I couldn't
Right, I could
at the
disagree.
end of the day. I feel like I almost
I don't know.
So my head go a lot more than I want.
I respect
I mean,
you
you were
throwing up.
touching him from the beginning of the fight, and then the end of that fight was just one-way traffic. Were you surprised
I think-
how tough that
I was surprised, like, though it was 30-27 across the board, like, people would automatically look at that and say, oh, that was a landslide. But it was a competitive fight.
Carl was never out of the fight.
Yeah. I think people get confused, you know, thinking, oh, it's you know, you can lose all 3 rounds by a slight margin, and then at the end you think, oh, 30-27, it must have been a walkover. I don't necessarily. I mean, granted, the guy had his best round in the second round.
Yeah,
That was
agreed, yeah.
the definitive win.
That might have been a 10-8 round. I was thinking that as well.
That's probably the round that the
10-8,
one
yeah.
judge gave it a 10-8. But the other one, first round was pretty competitive, close. Connor was winning probably the first half.
Yeah, the third round was closer than you might remember because the momentum in the second round. But the third round wasn't as
The
one-sided
real
as
question is, why
second
is
round
he
either.
not fired? And by the way, you listen back to this, Michael Bisping suggested it was us.
Well, I haven't got a nickname yet, but
I mean, fire Marshall? How do you, you're a fireman for Pete's sake.
yeah, close my windows, huh?
It's done. It's done. Put it up on Tapology. That was absolutely sensational. I have a feeling I'll be talking to you again. Congratulations on an amazing fight. Go enjoy your win. Guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, left him hanging too.
So Francis fire.
No, not really.
They did the left hand.
Sanko doesn't make up her mind on the handshakes. No consistency.
It's got to be consistent. Yeah. Well, you know, we said that earlier. He rolled it in. Yeah, he rolled it in. But how much? I mean, your boys from the shorts.
That's why it's like.
Yeah.
How you feeling, KK? You got the fight coming up in a
I know,
few
she's
weeks.
not even on camera. You gotta move in.
I was trying to hide from the leader.
Oh, okay. You can move over. We can move over. Get on in there.
We got
Get on in. We're all
Christina
friends.
Katsoukas, the meat grinder in-house, watching the Contender. She's also fighting in a few weeks, making your return.
This one's nice. It's fine at 125 too. It's 45.
So you can eat. What do you have for dinner over there?
I'm eating healthy though, but I can eat, so it's nice.
Not a 125, jumping up 2 weight classes.
Yeah, I couldn't find anybody, so I had to be a little.
Oh, all right. Jumping up a
It's
weight.
been a while since you fought too, right?
Yeah, I had surgery in October. I had a neck injury. And so I wasn't clear until April to fight. But I cheated and I grappled in February. Did some tournaments. The doctor said no fighting, so he didn't say no grappling. So I figured that was okay. So yeah, and then I had a fight. It's like your mom's not watching. It's all right. He told me to give him a shout out.
Does your mom know about it?
Oh yeah, she actually is talking about this.
Oh, she's talking about this fight. Has she come to your fights?
No, she went to a grappling match once.
That's not fair.
That was in the gi too, so it's pretty boring. So she enjoyed that. But.
Which is a lot like what ZipRecruiter does for job seekers.
So how do you feel going into this?
Good. I'm really excited. I can't wait to just get back in there. I missed getting punched in the face. The first day I got back in the gym and I was getting punched, I was like, man, I missed this.
I have a feeling that though you had neck surgery here, you probably weren't away from the gym for too long.
No, 4 days.
4 days. Okay.
After neck surgery?
Don't tell. So, I went back in. I had surgery Friday, and then I was like back in like Monday at class, and I was like drilling and stuff.
What the fuck are you drilling? Neck surgery.
You know, like subs and stuff. I don't know.
Zach tried to
Zach yelled at me. Yeah, Zach
was like multiple times.
Yeah, he told me she was there. I was like, no, no.
I gotta
forget anything.
Speaking of you and Zach, I gotta ask. You guys had an interesting training video that I came across. What was that? You guys attached a rubber band to both your waists and you run in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
I thought it was a win too. I don't know what happened.
So is that something that you like? Is that like that was just for fun? It's not something you do regularly.
No, so John has the band, and we usually do like after class we'll do like sprints or like shoot takedowns with it and stuff like that. But we decided just to stop doing that. Instead, we play tug of war.
Okay, so that wasn't like real. I was like,
No,
man, this is some
no.
interesting training shit.
I mean, we did do it for a while. It's pretty tiring, but no, that wasn't.
And you clearly won, correct?
Yeah.
I tried so hard though, as you can tell, I went flying backwards.
That doesn't Please don't do that kind of training before you fight. Either one of you. Oh man.
I love that video. That was funny.
So we were talking about our Johnny Cupcakes connections. Mr. Cage Shines himself. He helped me get ready for my fight. He match made these two as a couple, and you were actually the first fighter that Johnny Cupcakes trained that became a fighter.
Yeah, I actually saw him fight at Cage Shines, and literally that night I'm like, yo, I'm doing this. And then, yeah, I think like a year later I did.
Who did you come to see that?
Johnny. But so he was training me, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm fighting." I'm like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna go to this." And then, yeah, he was training me too. Well, yeah, he was training her too. I was there too.
Yeah.
She was there. Actually, I had a spar with Steph, and she wore a hockey helmet because she didn't want to get hit.
Interesting.
I never happened again. No, we did it one time, and that was it.
Yeah, because I remember when he first gave me your name, he was like, "Oh, I got this girl that I've been training. You know, my first foray into coaching and putting fighters in." So it's kind of funny. I as we talk about it, like the connection of the community that we have, and like kind of Johnny's kind of came through a little bit of everybody in our
It's another shift change to dad Goff.
He's a matchmaker in love. He helped matchmake fights and all that stuff. He's doing work.
So he said I said I wanted to learn self-defense. So he was like, "Oh, come to South Shore," and she lives like the old South Shore. She lived like 4 minutes from there.
So you brought her.
So I was like, "Hey, we're gonna learn self-defense. I'd
I
rather
have to give her
learn."
credit for all this.
Thank you. I have to learn on someone I know rather than someone I didn't know.
Okay.
So I brought her in after the first one. She was like, "This is amazing," and then she was like absolutely hooked. She would learn like the much harder things that I didn't want to do.
And your background before KK was what? We talked about Steph being a hockey player. What was you were a field hockey player?
I played everything. I played boys hockey, field hockey.
Shit, you were a hockey player too?
Softball. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you played Pembroke? No.
Nah, I was Abington.
Oh yeah, I was playing for Hanover, and the Pembroke guy coach absolutely loved me because I had all my friends that went to the games.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I loved it. Hockey was awesome.
Yeah. And then what was your like big sport? What was your
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Yeah.
She was really good. And she won't say it, but she was really, really good.
Yeah, I held the record for a bit.
She did.
You did? You held it for a bit?
Scoring record.
Scoring
Yeah.
record?
Yeah.
For the state or for your town?
No,
college.
Oh, for college. Where did you go to college?
San Ace.
Cool. All right. Nice. All right. So now you got a little background on KK. What do you know about your opponent coming up and, some of the people that are, interested in this match?
She's seasoned meat is what I've been calling her.
Seasoned meat. All right.
The weird way to put it.
Odd way. So obviously your nickname's the Meat Grinder. Where the hell did this come up?
This guy. I literally, so he was cornering me, and then Bill goes, "What's your KK's nickname gonna be?" And then Zach goes, "The Meat Grinder." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I didn't want that at all, and then I just accepted it. I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah.
We're gonna go with the. I like the accountant.
No,
I
wouldn't have allowed that.
No.
Sorry.
That was Ben Affleck.
If Zach's giving you the nickname, you got to roll with it because he's been tortured by 19 different nicknames. Never knowing which one's coming. So you just got to deal with it and accept it.
So you had hold on. First off, where did you come up with the Meat Grinder?
To be honest, I can't remember. Me and one of the other guys at the gym were just like talking about it one day. I don't even know where that originated, to be honest.
Just like KK likes to
We're
grind
like,
meat.
that's pretty
What the
funny.
hell?
We're pretty funny, yeah. So just decided to go with it.
So no,
I have no.
So one day she's famous. You want to have a funny story.
No, I forget the conversation. It was literally just like after training, sitting around, and we were just like shooting the shit, and that's
How does it make you feel that they were talking about you?
Honestly,
grinding meat?
this
That's what we
happens
came
all
up
the
with.
time at the gym, so it's like I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah. Zach, we talk nicknames. You have the champ. Was it Zach Jaguar? Or did you have a Jaguar?
Panther.
Zach Panther.
Jaguar.
What else do you have?
I like Jaguar.
Zach the Ripper. Zach the Ripper.
Zach Attack.
Yeah.
That was my first one.
Zach
Attack is the first one. Who's a fighter who has like 5 different nicknames? It
Try
goes
to
through the
have none,
evolution.
Try to have none. but-
Yeah, the evolution of his fight career. It's like he started as Zach Attack was the first one. Then it was Zach the Ripper, maybe?
Zach the Ripper.
Zach Panther?
Zach Panther.
Champ.
Zach the Ripper. Zach Panther. Zach. Well, there was another one.
Panther was before the Ripper.
Then you made a Zach the Ripper shirt recently. So
I did.
is that the one that's gonna stick?
Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Pick one.
What would be your choice then?
I don't want to nickname.
Oh.
I don't like that nickname. Just stupid now.
That's the typical
Oh,
Zach
they're
answer.
stupid.
Yeah.
Well, you can
At least
thank.
my nicknames are stupid.
Wait, you gave me a nickname and you hate nicknames?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so I think what he's saying is that his are like too on the nose. He wants something crazy.
All right, well, we're gonna get brainstorming now.
Like a silent, I think a
What do
silent
you guys think about that?
There was another one. There was Zach Panther, Attack the Ripper. There was another one though. There was another one. Yes, there was.
I'll ask Bill. I'll ask Bill.
I don't think so.
Panther, Attack the Ripper. There was another one. I can't remember it off the top of my head. There's been so many of them. There's one that's escaping the memory.
I like Zach.
I swear to God.
I don't know why I said Jaguar. I like Jaguar. Jaguar. Something.
Zach Panther.
You sure him?
I feel like there is, man. I feel
Hey,
like
you
there's
know what?
gotta
If
be
you did what
another one.
John Anik did, he kept all your note cards.
Now, this might even be before my time.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Zach.
No, it couldn't have been. Really?
How many fights have you had now? You're 10-2 as a pro.
And then I had 5 or
6. 5 on 1.
No, 4 on 1. 4 on 1. So
So that's 17 fights.
yeah.
All right, I'm telling you, man. There was another nickname in between.
He's telling you, Zach.
I'm telling you, there was another one.
Well,
I
you
can't
know what
remember.
you should do is you should watch the Hims card then. Remember when we fought Hims?
I remember, and I
Because I
put
think
together.
you
I put
listed like 5 of them.
yes, that's
at that
exactly.
point.
Hold on.
So if there is
Zach
What
Attack
fight- who did you fight
Panther
there?
Rip
Jay
Champ.
Jay Ellis.
All right, let's go.
Zach Attack Panther Rip Champ.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, I forget.
Here we
I
go.
feel
Ready?
Like there was another one in there though.
I'm gonna put it. Let's get it going.
I was gonna
I don't, who cares about this contender series? They're not our
It's
guys.
Jay Ellis.
Now all we're worried about is seeing if Billy gets the contract, which we all kind of know.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh,
Did you cut it off?
it cut off.
No.
Oh yeah. There we go. You only have 41.
He didn't have 26 wins either. He lied to me.
All right, here we go.
3 wins with 0 defeats. Fighting out of South Shore Sport
Look at Mikey the Silva.
Zach
All right, so those
That was it. Yeah, that's
I
what.
think that's a great nickname. All of them.
Can we hear this?
Capture the river.
Oh man, I think that was
Wow. Did you have any scotch before that one?
No, that was my debut. That was the first time I did it.
Oh, that was your first
That was the
commentator?
fight. Yeah, that was the first time.
Zach.
And then Bill Mahoney told me just all the nicknames. And I was like, all right, fine.
All
I
right.
don't know what
You
they
fell
are.
for that?
Yeah, I did.
I think my favorite
Oh,
Bill
nickname.
Mahoney nickname was the Salem fan, which I think was James Malvesti. Maybe you may
I know
may
where
not.
you're from.
But it was like, it might have been even Mike Malvesti. He was Salem
What
fan.
the
I
hell
think
did
it was
that come
James.
from?
It was like, if you get too close, it'll cut your head off. I was,
great.
yeah,
Bill has the
I think it was
nicknames.
James Malvesti, the Salem fan.
What was Tim
Salvador the
Mercadez?
Brazilian
T-bone.
for us.
No.
That's
Wasn't
not-
it? I think it
It
was.
was. He had a crazy one, I thought.
No, it was a piece of steak. I just remember because of meat.
Because everyone was like, "What's his nickname?" They're like, "Oh, Bill will give it to
Yeah.
them when they walk out."
Oh, Ross is also good
Yeah.
with that kid.
Well,
He
there
made
was-
shorts. Didn't he make shorts and stuff?
No, you're probably right. But who was it? Someone had to like.
No, I think Tim did have.
They are scrapping
Yeah.
tonight on
on
Dana White's Contender
Hey,
Series.
man, is this the last fight of the night?
Second last. There's one more.
Oh, they have 5 tonight.
Masculine.
Believe
Last
so.
week they had 4.
Millennial. Something like
Brendan.
Justin's was like the last man. What was it?
The last masculine.
The last
Yeah.
masculine millennial.
All right, Andy, you commentate all the fights and you're ringing those. What was some of your favorite nicknames?
The last masculine millennial is right on up there. There's been some good
I mean,
ones.
meat
Holy
grinder,
shit.
right?
Boats, come on.
Meat grinder's pretty
Motorboats.
sweet. I don't know, man. There's a ton of them.
You know what's the weirdest nickname? And I'm not weirdest, but he was actually from your gym. And I remember we did the cage interview was the Russian Bodarenko maybe?
Oh, Adam.
And he was just
Adam
like,
Bodarenko.
dude,
Russian
I'm
Adam.
not Russian.
concussion.
He doesn't. He's not.
He did not like that.
Yeah, he's not
Oh,
feeling
Because
it.
his family is from like a country that
Yeah,
doesn't
Russia,
like
yeah,
Russia.
Was it you? Is it Ukraine?
It could be any of them.
Something,
Ukraine,
yeah,
Detroit,
I
it could
must
be-
be
But I remember it like we called him the Russian like
They
something.
don't.
And it was like,
I was gonna say we all say that. so-
and I remember when we were in afterwards, he was just like, "Yeah, dude, my dad's here, and he does not like that, at all," like or some shit like that.
I
And I
never
was
heard
like,
that before.
I was like,
so-
dude, I didn't make the nickname.
I did
I
not.
was like, I don't know where I just
My
take what
dad's
you.
here and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, well, because I think it had something to do with like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
country
exactly.
area, like
Yeah.
where they're really from.
He's from
is
like
not-
Latvia or
Wow, I didn't
something,
know that. That's crazy.
Lithuania.
Yeah, that was probably one of the oddest nickname moments, and I just happened to be in the cage with him after the win, and I was like, the Russian, he's like, yeah, I don't like that. Okay, my bad, man.
Mike has so many good options.
How about League Russians?
Nope.
League
Oh,
Russians.
Sergey.
Oh,
That kid's
Sergey Parasuko.
Oh,
animal.
Well, the
Ooh,
funniest
nice
part
left
is,
hook.
I remember speaking of Russian, like Sergey Parasuko, like everyone's like, oh, he's just like a Drago. He's like this like silent assassin Russian, and it's like we should probably check to make sure that he's actually Russian
Yeah.
before we just start saying he's
No,
Russian
he's definitely Russian.
because he comes from like he seems like he would be Russian.
It's like from the
He is
mountains of.
Oh, so you know that?
Yeah, I was talking to
Is he the one that
some,
walks up to
somebody
Katy
in the
Perry?
circle.
Yes,
Oh, I
he's
love
on
him.
Katy Perry.
I absolutely love him.
Somebody in the circle said he's definitely from.
He's definitely
He's
okay.
Russian.
All right, good. 'Cause I remember
Like
like
a bunch of grappling matches. Well.
Yes.
you got
He was going to school to be a
Right?
lawyer.
But you
Lawyer?
you actually remembered so many grapple.
Lawyer.
He's one of the people.
And he
that
was like,
grappled
screw
him
this, I want to fight.
Really? Because I grappled him like 5 times.
I like
you
that.
grappled Sergey?
Yeah,
Wait,
like
this
years
guy-
and years ago. Yeah.
You know
That's
this guy?
Delahaye.
We watched him propose to his girlfriend in the cage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, reality?
Yeah, reality.
Oh yeah, shit, Delahaye.
I saw him and I was like, wait, I saw that guy propose to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
She remembers the weird shit. that
Literally
had to do
after
with
it,
fighting.
after it happened in the cage, I looked at Zach and I was like, never. That would never happen.
It's more of a
I
crowdy.
hated that.
Can you propose to an ape in the cage?
What a great idea.
He's getting back.
My son's probably sitting over there. No, he's like on his phone over there. Yeah.
On TikTok.
So yeah, man. So Sergey was gonna be a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Huh. Interesting.
We get the inside story, they've been delivering beers to people. Like,
Oh, that's
you
true.
know, like I made Johnny a beer for this fight coming
Yeah.
up, even if he's not fighting, I don't
He's
care.
the cage science
And
legend.
Pete made a beer for him, and
And
he's
that's
not
funny
even
is-
around.
He's not gonna be at the show.
Huh?
Johnny, I've made Johnny drink a beer.
I want to drink a beer.
I'm making Johnny
I
a
gotta see him have
stout.
like one drink.
He said he
before
loves
my
stout.
You seen him
He's
drink
so
it?
excited. Yeah.
Once, yeah.
Okay,
He's
well,
like,
that's
he's
my next
like,
goal is to have a
he's
beer
like,
going.
I love a good stout.
I remember
I'll make you
a
one.
couple fights ago, he came to the after party at my neighbor's house, and I made him drink a few drinks, and he was feeling good. He was real good.
Oh, I definitely need to see this. I hope that happens.
Yeah, it was good. It was good times. It was good times.
There's been some crazy after parties.
Yeah, they definitely had. Maddie, who's up? What do you get, turkey tips, man?
Oh, he's awake for that.
Oh yeah. So I got to ask, how did you do against her?
Not the first one. He beat me in the first match, and I won the next 2 after that.
Oh,
But it was like different tournaments. Like we like it was like within like months apart. Yeah.
Points, subs, or no?
I think he got me in a gi choke. The first match was a gi match, and I think he subbed me with the gi choke, and then I think the second gi match I won by points, and then I forget how the no gi one went, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is this the one when you
Is there
like,
even
fell
a
and
fight
Sean's
on it?
lap, like it fell on the table
What?
and stuff?
No, that was against that.
I'm watching
Yeah,
it.
and Sean was
Brazilian
about
guy
to
who
fight.
threw me over the goddamn
Second.
That was
computer table.
wild.
Yeah.
That's
Sean was about to
what
fight, and I was like, I'm getting it.
We
I'm
like it
getting
so
it.
far.
I got Salvador winning that first
But I
round.
remember you
by
were like,
landslide.
to the blue thing at the St.
Grappled. Yeah, I know.
What
Who's
did
this
I
girl
say?
over here?
Sorry.
She said,
It was at that St. John's.
Yeah, he's a good grappler.
Inside kick.
Yeah, and I
St.
remember.
John's Cup, yeah.
Yes, and I had to learn how to say
Pro card is
that
all right.
day.
He's a little beast.
Circuit, yeah.
It was 6 to nothing.
How are you
She always
finding this so
responds
quick?
Called because I'm good at smooth
What's
balls.
wrong with you?
You know what?
I compete every other weekend.
That's all you come back
She
at.
has a spreadsheet of all her wins.
And
You do?
People do good
Yeah.
work.
She's
I-
the best
I'm a
Excel
businesswoman.
person I've ever seen.
I love Excel.
Yeah, I do it all. I love
I
Excel.
excel my whole
I have
life.
like tabs and formulas and pivot tables and yeah, I love it.
That's where I said the accountant.
No, it's not the
She's a
accountant.
fun accountant.
Oh man. Well, I don't know. You want to keep on this? I mean, do we want to watch all the way to the end?
Yeah, I want to see Billy
there
get
one
that
more after this?
contract.
There's one more after this.
Can we
We'll
just
fight
fast
after this.
forward it?
I know.
Wish.
We don't care about this
Somebody
stuff.
got kicked in the hoo-ha?
Oh shit, we've been going a while now though. We can end
I know.
this. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to get that contract, and we can hope that Conor makes a speedy recovery and see him fighting again soon.
That was right in the junk.
Oh, you kicked me right in the dick.
Zach, what are you, white belt?
He recently got promoted to purple.
Purple.
Yeah, I
okay.
will talk about it for everybody. He did a gi class for the first time.
That's why I'm asking, because I'm like, I didn't even know you wore gi. Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't know
you
you wore
can't
gi.
keep doing blue belt in tournaments. It's kind of ridiculous at this point.
He's like, all right, he's a
Yeah, no.
12 fight
Yeah, get him
pro
out.
veteran doing blue.
Competing an expert in no gi and then blue belt gi. Yeah, no.
That's actually how I got a blue belt. I remember I was competing. I was doing something. I forget where I was. And like, are you fucking really wearing a white belt? And I was like, yeah. They're like, get the. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't wear this thing.
Wait, who said that to you?
I think it was Gresh. And it was him and Banana, and they're like, "You are such a fucking sandbagger." I was like, "Dude, what do you want me to do? That's what I am." I'm like,
Well, white belt.
"Give me a blue belt, then." And I was like, "If you want," and I think he gave me like a striper. Like the next time I saw him, he's like, "Here's a blue belt." That's what gave me a blue belt. I think that might have been the last time I ever wore a gi. I had a red Santa Claus gi. I had to be a little different. I had a big red gi.
Zach, your gi fit anymore?
Nope, probably not.
You wore yours? Did you wear yours?
No.
You wore someone's in your when you got promoted.
Oh, did you drop them?
Oh, that was just a
An extra
random
one.
one to do.
An extra one.
So that was definitely not yours.
You think he brings the gi to the gym?
I was gonna say, South Shore is the community geese. Yeah. I remember going there and they're like, "Oh, there's a pile of geese over there. Just grab one and put one on." It's like,
Really?
Those
ugh.
have never been washed.
Yeah.
No, they're washed.
I
They're washed.
I do not do that, just saying.
You have your own gi?
Yes, I have multiple.
You put a gi on like 10 times, maybe.
I have a
Yeah.
nice meat grinder belt too.
You have a meat grinder?
Oh,
It
yeah.
says meat grinder on it?
Sure do.
Nice.
The ref
Does
told
not
me,
surprise me.
he goes, "You should be able to tie that with your name on it," but I was just too tired to tie it. You know how at the beginning of the match you get
Yeah.
nice and tied? I was just too tired at that point because your name's on the belt. You should be able to tie that.
Yeah, it's high.
No, I'm too tired.
Oh shit, this kid's coming
Oh,
back.
Yeah, it's a good fight. I know we haven't really been talking
The
much about it.
Australian.
This is a pretty solid fight.
Yo, this, Dana White was pissed last week. He's
He's got to be pretty excited this time.
So last week there was a lot of finishes.
Nah, he went
He was
nuts.
really
He was just like, "This, you guys come, bring it," blah blah. Because
When did he say it? Like after then?
yeah, everybody
Yeah.
fought safe last
Maybe
week.
comedy night here again soon?
Yeah.
I want the comedy night here again soon.
Mike,
Mike,
Right?
when are we doing
I
comedy
think
night
it's
here
the
again?
18th.
August 18th. I got a line.
Yeah, somebody missed weight. Bantamweight came in at 145, and they just canceled the fight. They didn't.
So we're like to each, right?
Good show.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Zach defending him.
Usually when you lose weight by that much, like
I can get the boys to
you
come
get
here.
sick while you're cutting weight, or you get like an accident.
Oh, look at this!
Oh, he's
He's
done.
done.
Good stoppage.
Wow, that was a good. I thought the guy in the blue was gonna come back.
No, he got tagged
Oh,
in.
look at the guy in the. I mean,
Look at Dana. Look at the
Okay,
t-shirt.
that looks weird. Yeah,
Right?
tucked in. I don't
Again,
like it at all.
again. I have no style. If my wife was watching right now, she would probably be like, "Who the hell are you to talk?"
Maybe
but-
he's showing that he can wear a belt now or something. I don't know.
Maybe he has a cool belt buckle.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, dude. That it's a weird. It looks
Oh, look
weird.
at that right hook. Think.
You see that he's walking with the left and fires back. From here, shot across the shooting legs. Salvador swarms all over.
Great fight, though. It really was a good fight between both of them.
Saves him from any more.
Dana White's happy tonight. He's definitely happy.
Congratulations to the one. There's only one winner. That is Vinicius Salvador.
Right to the it was body, head.
Oof.
Thinking of doing this.
Ooh-wee.
I have to give you
Look
that.
at Dana.
What do you mean?
You know how like this
Look at
is
the
the
weights.
weights. Those are gonna be like. Yeah, we'll just. That's
He's already
fine.
in the cage. He's
Look at
already in the cage telling us.
Jesus, Zach.
Look at that. He came right in. You think
I
he's
don't know
gonna
why
sign
you
that
gave
guy?
that nickname.
I need to see you before that week. Oh, they sold out his
I think I'm actually gonna make it that, so I might just do it.
That was a crazy fight. Been some real good fights though tonight. It's been fun watching it,
All
Joe.
of these guys have pep talked before things started tonight and told him what he expected, and to a man, they've delivered.
Every single fight has been.
I'm gonna get the tips to the forehead. I gotta do it.
It's not there.
I know we were like shooting shit through that whole fight, but I had it on the corner of my eyes.
I was watching that
It
whole
was a
thing.
good
That was a
fucking
fucking
fight.
scrap, man.
I really thought that blue guy was coming back.
It looked like he was. Then dead.
And Ross.
Double right hook there.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 minutes, 22 seconds in a round number
How
2,
does one of these
referee
for
Hershey
winning?
calls a stop to the fight. For the winner,
You gotta send your tapes in, Andy.
TKO, Tunisia.
I want to make you some cards for our logo. You see his cards? He has cards that have like logo on
Yeah. We need 4 interpreters now.
Yeah, it's like
This guy actually interprets. That guy. Robert Pico's watching.
Who's watching? I'm here. Me and my son.
I think so.
He's large.
Good fight.
Oh, we got 3 people watching that.
So we got one more.
He's got the phone for work, so he couldn't come here.
Ah,
Yeah, now it makes sense.
No drinking when you have the phone. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Probably wise. Where's the
I think,
McLean
I
shot?
don't know, they said it was like in prisons across the
Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Not far from here at all, though, now.
The first only one, or the last one. You
You see that? How much wine to him?
They like
Force that he generates.
Yeah, dude. That fight. Yeah, that cut was pretty nasty.
Eats another right hook there. Down he goes.
Wonder what weight class we have left.
And he is
Great.
I think it's another welterweight fight.
Yeah.
What a face, what an amazing.
Oh, no, it's this guy again.
Hey, push him off to the side.
100% finish rate. That is 13 knockouts for you. How good does this moment feel?
So she wants to know, are you wearing underwear or no?
All right, let's do our own prop bets. Are they gonna shake? She gonna shake his hands? She's stiff, Billy.
Yes.
No? You got a no? You got a yes?
The other coaches just came out.
So we got one yes, we got one no.
That guy's gonna jump. He's like, I can't believe you on here. You're so beautiful.
He's stiff, Billy, who he shook the hand, the guy that beat
Big
Contender.
heavyweight. No,
Oh, the big heavyweight, yeah.
She shook his left hand.
She saw like Billy Goff and was like, oh my God, what a nice specimen you are. You're so handsome. Oh my God, I can't touch you. And he was like, okay, I'll touch myself.
He totally did do the hits hook.
He did the own handshake.
Without a second hesitation. It was pretty sweet.
And Alex, they've been around me, and I made a promise when I was 10 years old with him. I was going to be in the UFC.
Fighters.
Dude, am I telling you, this guy a little much?
He's like, who is this guy? Why is his hand on my shoulder?
Yeah.
Is he a little much?
His hair goes to his ass. We know why.
Like, I feel like he's like trying to like deliver a line and be an actor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
All right, I'm not alone on this, right?
It's a little aggressive.
There it is. Oh. You guys like, oh shit.
Woo!
O Dana já deixou bem claro pra gente que é pra decidir a luta aqui. Porque ele quer ver tudo nosso lá dentro do octógono. Então eu sabia que ele seria short. Mas pode vir bem. Eu quero que grave meu nome.
Let's see. All right, so what do you got, Pico? Handshake or no handshake?
I got handshake right now.
You got handshake? You got no handshake?
No, because your left hand's behind that guy, so you're not going to swap it off.
I knew that this was going to happen because I knew that Dana made very clear this was going to happen. On a Tuesday, on one night.
Yeah, he's like really delivering those lines.
Yeah.
Get a handshake.
I said that. I go, he should be to the right, not center camera.
I'm ready to fight, by the way. Sweden, she's going, all right. Fight on the 20th, I'm ready to go.
Eu tenho a agradecer a duas, três pessoas.
He's ready to go in 3 weeks.
Juvenal, vem da Irlanda. Ele e a mulher dele.
125er. That throws some spark in the division. 14-4.
Mas eu sei que o Juliano e a mulher dele trouxeram o Erson tá aqui no meu coração junto comigo. Obrigado, galera. Obrigado, família.
I think they do that. I think they do that with your cell phone. Here we go.
That came from Ireland here, and it's a friend that couldn't come from Ireland. They came all the way from Ireland, Brazilian area here to help me. Actually, remember he said before, remember my name, record my name. Remember because it's Vinicius Salvador and Amanda Rivas. We're Varginha is now small. It's too small for us. We're gonna do. There's more for Virginia to come.
Love it. I know.
He
I
likes
have a
Virgin.
strong feeling I will be talking to you again tonight. Enjoy this win. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh! Handshake.
Call the handshake.
Solid.
That was a good one too. They had like eye
Mike swap
contact.
it. You see that?
Yep.
They probably were like shake their head.
Billy Goff is sitting there like, the fuck?
He's like, I had to do one of these to myself. The fuck?
The second episode of season 6 of the Contender series. It's been spectacular. Back inside the
Oh,
apex
these
where
guys look a little big.
fights are the
Last one.
Last
one.
Last one. We're wrapping it up for these people.
I mean, we might as well wait the next 20 minutes. Fuck it. Cut it to a cannibal with frosted bangs.
He is taking on Scotland's Chris Duncan.
I had some frosted bangs back in the day.
Did you?
No.
Frosted tips back in the
Actually,
day.
he fought in the Contender series last year.
He's been waiting for his
Oh, look
chance
at
for
you.
redemption. The time is
Look,
now.
little too-
The man they call the problem.
First Duncan.
Yeah, I think he lost last year.
Let's see.
Search him. He was definitely in the Contender.
Yep,
Oh, there-
great.
Yeah, was it?
Second
Nico.
round. 30 seconds into the second round.
He won or lost?
Nico knows his shit.
So let's go back. Left hook. He lost last year.
What is this commercial? Oh, it's on YouTube now.
It is almost time for our final fight.
What was that?
of the
Dana White's
evening here
next level?
inside the
so
Apex.
lost.
4 down and 1 to go. Dana White's Contender Series on
I gotta look that
Plus
up.
is presented by ZipRecruiter. Last week, just one contract was handed out. We're gonna find out what the boss is thinking here in a few minutes. Right now, it's time to find out what the Hall of Famer Michael Bisping is thinking.
Well, listen, maybe I'm going soft as I'm getting a little bit older. But if you ask me, they're all getting contracts. It's as simple as that. What an incredible night of
Way to
fighting.
go,
Now,
Billy
number
Goff.
one, Vinicius Salvador. I mean, come on. The man came out there, put on an absolute show. He takes 2 to tango. They went back and forth. He dropped it multiple times. He was showboating. The man can talk. He's saying his next destination will be Sweden. Everything about this guy, I like.
Here we
Now,
go.
next fight, number 2. Francis Marshall.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
Billy
come
Goff,
on.
3?
What a
Come
performance.
on.
What an
I was
output.
thinking that too.
What a display of violence. Give that man a contract, Dana.
Billy Goff, give him a contract.
Billy Goff, I feel for this kid. What a fight that
Yes.
was. Any other night, he would be number 1. Simple as that. Gets dropped, rebounds, gets back up, and then gets the finish. And of course, that means coming in for well-known Cortez Acosta. Again, a violent man.
They're in the
A good
kitchen.
finish. Heavy hands on display. But I'm
Heavyweight,
not
of course he is.
Shannon Ross,
Hungry.
Give the man a
No,
contract
they all
as
are.
well. Because as I said, it takes
They're all
2
hungry.
to tango. I say send the Australian home happy. Start something special.
I completely agree with all of you.
Fucking Friday. Fucking Friday.
How fast
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
It's like
Was it
every
30
other
seconds?
is nasty.
We've had some.
I've thought about doing our own, like, fucking Friday because obviously Coops, like,
No, the one
Maybe
that's
not
coming
food,
next.
like
I said he was on the Contender.
Yeah.
I don't know.
like, what's your drink for the weekend where we would test the drink out or like concoct a new drink or something like that.
Did you, how fast did Duncan lose?
To earn a
30
UFC
seconds?
contract.
30 seconds last year, right?
30 seconds, second round.
Second round, yeah.
30 seconds.
You were right.
I remember he got rocked
Left
hard.
hook.
Like he got rocked.
How the hell do you remember that shit?
So like, to me,
Oh, that's
this
the
is
one
like,
loss?
Charlie Campbell,
this is
26 years old,
guys
fighting
looking to
under
make
the
it
law, MMA
to the
fights
UFC. That makes it more fun for me.
I always knew that
The guys that are in the UFC, they're already there.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
UFC, but when I was 18 years old, I was training for an amateur fight,
I'm gonna be dunking before his fight was talking a lot of shit.
I remember
And also when he got rocked in the second round.
doctors, and I'm trying to tell them that we shouldn't be doing this sport.
Tough for your mom.
So for about 3 years, I was pretty much on the shelf and not competing. I think I suffered a lot of depression because of that.
What am I bringing beer to, by the way? What am I bringing beer to?
Well, we were talking about doing a fucking Friday, but with drinks and doing it here at Coops, where we like kind of like Dana White. He does the food.
Dude, what on a Friday?
Doing a fucking Friday, where like we would test out drinks before the.
Made things a lot worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually
I don't
at
drink
the
beer.
bar again one night in Long Island, and I ran into.
I'm sure, like, so it's fun. Like, I usually, so when I make beer for these guys, I make two cases of beer.
Yeah.
You know, and fucking, it's funny. Johnny Stone like exploded in my basement.
Exploded?
Fucking exploded. This is the second time I made this, and the first time I made it, it fucking exploded. Like fucking during the fermenting period, it just fucking.
So you lost it all?
No. Oh hell no. It's lost a little. I mean, it's like comes out in like foam.
You need to make a DSAT beer.
Only makes I'm like, believe it or not, beer supplies are getting hard to get. Like home brewing supplies, yeah. I actually saw Night Shift Brewing there, and what are they in Everett?
Yeah.
They're having a problem getting something. They're going to be laying off a third of their staff.
Because you can't get supplies.
So when I ordered everything for these like I was going to make 3 beers, and one I didn't get until last week, so I can't make it in time. It used to literally take a week to get everything.
Yep.
It took a month for everything to show up. Dude, what the fuck?
How long is the fermentation?
Well, I mean, to basically brew a beer, takes, that's just one day. It's like 3 hours. And then you let it ferment. It could be anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the beer.
Yeah.
And then once I bottle it, it has to bottle condition for 2 weeks.
That's a long process.
So it's like, I mean, but like when I brew it, it's cooled down a little bit. I pour myself a little glass. I taste it. And then after it's fermenting, before I bottle it, pour myself a little glass and I taste it again. And then once it's bottled and 2 weeks later, I usually put 2 aside and crack them open and make sure they're good before I hand them up.
Yeah.
I can't be handing out shitty beer, So,
That makes sense.
but yeah, I mean, I just have fun doing it,
Yeah. My dad makes lemon jello.
Yeah,
It's only like 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So it's Christmas time or like most people?
We have made so much Christmas time, but he makes it like throughout the year.
Yeah.
Lemon jello.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our last fight here. Let's make it quick.
It's gonna be a quick one.
Oh, we can't do anything about it. It's up to these guys to make it quick.
I mean, you make it not go in 30 seconds again, so.
That was the second round.
No, that's true.
What are you putting that voodoo hex on? Here we go. Come on.
Chris, the
Final countdown.
Buffalo Duncan, coming back to the Contender Series all the way from Scotland, fighting out of Evo Gym there. But he had a full camp, an American top team, a proper camp with a lot with Dustin Poirier and Jorge Masvidal, among others.
Yeah, he also worked a lot with Grant Dawson, who I know very well from his time in Kansas City. And I said, hey, give me the skinny on this guy. And he said, listen, I've never met someone who learns as quickly as Chris Duncan does. He said I could show him something, and then 1 round later, I would see him doing it.
Beat on
to
Dana
someone
White.
else. He said he's incredibly
There
tough.
you go.
We're all tough in this sport, but
They actually put Bellator record up there. I don't think I've ever seen them reference Bellator.
his praises left and right. Said,
They quickly put that down. Dana must have been like, get off my fucking screen.
You see a monitor fly.
Give me that guy's job right now. It was quick because it was up there quick and then it came right down.
Wait a minute. Let's see where the other guy falls.
Some interns losing a thumb.
Some like division of the UFC.
And the bottom line is this. though Campbell should be the rightful favorite. I don't think he should be about a 2-1 favorite against Bellator.
Just something by submission.
Last year got that experience. He was a favorite in that spot. Now we get to back him.
This is the guy who fought?
I got a spread on that side. So put me on
The
the
scope.
Nuggets. This ninth is a positive note for me.
The Yanni sprinkle on Duncan had to actually cut weight twice last year after a opponent dropped out in the Contender series.
What's he doing?
This time around.
This is what they do all the time.
Charlie the Cannibal Campbell.
It looks like vanilla rice.
That's like a figurado.
It's like a scum streak.
So red.
We saw UFC 62, Choco down versus Renato Sobra, and he just fell in love with it. Now here he is,
From New York.
15 years later, he finally gets his shot. As you said, coaches got a record of 6-1, has a tremendous team in several.
2-0 Bellator record. They have a Bellator record up there too.
Another monitor flying.
The other guy had 4 things that in like the second to the top said Bellator, and then quickly went away. Now it's like, oh, okay. They know I can't fix it.
Now Dana's looking at it like, who's the intern?
He is an incredibly dangerous fighter. What I like when I look at his tape is his vision. I say he's got 20/20 vision.
They don't-
Ability to see
The
strikes
20/20
and
vision.
have an excellent
I don't know
shot
they
selection
checked vision.
right in the pocket. Really, really
That
nice.
was I thought this hand was like
They said he's got 20/20 vision. Is that stat thing up there?
Yeah.
there's a lot of sync on this thing.
I'm like, what? Like what?
Oh, look at that viewing
Yeah, look
party.
at that party.
We're
Come on, our
losers.
party's better.
They're all jacked up.
A couple of years ago, runs into Ally.
We could have had that.
Could have had that.
His life turns around.
Probably should have promoted the party.
Yeah, like
Tail of the tape court.
I was gonna make it
before the
fire.
day the day of.
Yeah, the day of. I knew you guys would.
Go ahead, this world. We're gonna fill the room.
Gonna have a comedian to show up.
All right, who we got? Let's go. Let's make it fun.
Mark Smith is our referee for our
We got.
I don't know. I think Duncan's getting his ass kicked again. That's what I'm thinking. I think Pepe Le Pew from New York wins it.
Red trunks Duncan in the blue.
That's a really couple of heavy low kicks by Chris Duncan.
Low kicks.
There's always that density to the punches that Duncan lands.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
He plants himself in the canvas, doesn't have a lot of extra movement, and it shows.
Oh shit! She's going down.
Your blade long go, put your head through.
Oh, that was, I like that one.
Too aggressive, he's going to walk onto things.
Zach, this is your weight division. How do you feel?
I'm gonna feel more of this.
You take these guys out.
At the same time, right?
Yeah.
At the same time.
Not gonna do that.
Ooh, nice shot.
That's nice.
It's nice.
Low late kick. Duncan.
Go, you boys. Duncan's going down again.
Oh, that's a nice uppercut.
Yeah, Charlie Campbell's gonna put Duncan down.
Oh! Oh shit! Again, this guy.
Charlie Campbell.
Step back right here.
Big. Oh. I don't know there, Bisbing.
Yeah, I think he just lost the money on Duncan. But
Oh!
Yo,
come on, he's done. He's done. He's done. Come on.
Oh! He's throwing. Oh! Shit!
Holy shit!
Wait, Dad, you can't be serious.
Both of them.
Wow, huh?
Holy shit.
Slept him. That was like Pat Barry check Congo right there.
Totally out.
Oh, he's definitely out.
He first went down.
You see his face, yeah. It was,
He was like,
Yeah, ready to fight on the 20th.
You guys were not watching this. Holy fuck.
I know 2 times I think was here.
I think Dana might be signing
wait, was
fine.
that the guy who
Oh, he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at Dana's back phone.
Oh, did you guys fight? No,
Look at this. If you guys can check it out.
We all thought he was done.
Oh, dude, look at these uppercuts.
He doesn't know where he is at this point.
He's trying to get the leg, doesn't get it, gets cracked again, but wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it, but when it comes, it's worth it.
Oh! Oh, again.
Another one. Change the level.
As he's trying to get that.
Wrestler's like, come on, replay, guys. Give me the replay I want.
Thinks he sees easy break, but here it is.
Oh!
Then boobies up.
Oh my God! Puts him to sleep. Good night, Irene. Chris Duncan, welcome to the UFC. I'm just gonna say
I think that left was actually.
Yeah. See, he was still there. Totally.
Dana White. Amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I think we need to get a commentator cam.
Look at the family.
So good.
The other guys. That was the other guys.
They nearly fell off his chair.
You heard him say, Jesus fucking Christ.
That was insane.
Oh my God! Like,
What an incredible finish from Chris Duncan. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute, 43 seconds into round number 1, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the fight.
You want him to get a contract?
By knockout, Chris Duncan.
Where's that flag?
The necklace in
Scotland.
Duncan's
Scotland.
hand.
Dude, he's like not even like you would think.
They've given both people it before, but not when they get.
I don't think right now. I don't know about that.
First fight.
Yes, for the 2 losses or under
Very proud right now.
Who, this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the guy, the skunk kid. He was on the contender. I thought this guy was the guy. I thought it was him.
Those what?
This guy was on the contender series.
I think.
Oh, I'm screwed up.
This guy was on the contender series last year.
Oh, and now
He got
there's
knocked
one.
out.
Oh,
Okay, I totally missed that.
That's good full circle.
So nice.
Dude, this
I
kid was
think that's what Dana was yelling to him.
This guy was banging on the
I think that's what Dana was yelling at. Was like, hey,
I was wrong.
yo, yeah.
He's hurt.
Oh, he got fucking drilled.
Folds like a chair.
Puts it down. Wait for it.
I used to have a better view until Mike got these giant fucking lights in my way.
Take it away, Laura. Shut
Money
down.
down, take it,
Oh
I love
my gosh.
the
Chris Duncan, you came here to rectify.
Yeah, pull your
what
shorts down.
happened
Show her the
before.
thing. There you go.
Did you have any idea that what you were capable of doing that?
Look at the office monster.
Cannon in my hand. Both hands, both legs. I was just getting into it. It was a bit. It's just tense, and I've got room to grow. And
dancing.
my coach Adam and everybody at ATT to help me out. They know that I'm capable of climbing the ladder and getting there. And I'm just happy to be back here, and I'll be in the UFC now.
As you were walking out there tonight, what was the emotion as you were making the walk and as that fight started? So much on your shoulders, and I know that this fight is not just about you, it's about representing your mom, it's about representing Scotland. So much riding on this moment.
Yeah, for sure. I was actually shitting myself out there, to be honest. Charlie's an absolute animal. That's the toughest fight I've had to date by far. Might not look like that because I put him away nice and quick, but you know, I fight for my girlfriend Laura and my baby Summer. I miss you guys. I can't wait to get home and see you tomorrow. I love you loads. I'll see you soon, okay? That was for you guys, okay?
An absolutely sensational finish for your girlfriend, for your daughter, for your mom. Talk to me
Handshake
about
or no
that
handshake?
finish because you were absolutely
Handshake.
inspired.
Yes, everybody's saying yes.
He might even get a hug.
Yeah.
A hug. Oh,
He does need a hug. That's like.
You know what I mean?
Chico, actually, I think he might get a hug.
I poked me in the eye by accident in the first.
Oh, yeah, that jab landed first.
4 minutes.
That was what rocked him.
Really stifling my
On the
vision.
other angle, you see that. That's actually what fucked him up. Watch. Think. Yeah, he was like.
No, he's looking up like, oh.
But he was rushing, so I looked at the footage of him before, and when he gets excited, he starts doing this with his hands, and he was excited, and I just sat my right foot on the ground, and just sunk it right into his chops.
All right, so.
What did Dana White say to you?
He just said,
That is the reaction that everybody wants on the. Did he make that simple?
I told him that. I said, that's what happens when you get 1 week cut. I had an absolute crazy experience last night, but I learned from it. Glad to be here. But you do, like, it might sound a bit cliche.
Let's get them all contracts. I think all.
Lose. You lose and you learn.
Last week.
I learned
Only one
psychologically.
last
I didn't get any physically better than I did before. I learned psychologically. I weathered the storm.
Yeah, I got some space there.
It was an accident. It wasn't dirty foul or anything like that. But I weathered the storm. I listened to my coach. I could hear my coach clear as day.
He did last one, didn't he? Oh no.
You have a new team behind you, and you said coming into this fight that you wanted to
You
get
might have
a
whispered-
spectacular.
She's fucking
finish.
drawing
You
this
did
out.
exactly that.
They're probably in her ear saying, Dano hasn't made a decision yet. Keep it.
Keep going, yeah.
Keep talking.
She's getting pretty long into it.
Give him a hug.
Congratulations.
All right, hug.
Have a feeling
Hug.
like talking to you.
Give him a hug.
Guys,
Give him a
back
hug.
to you.
Nothing.
Oh,
Handshake.
no.
Chris Duncan from a
Girl.
small.
Oh! Get out of here! Whoa!
She hugged anybody else?
No! That was a full-on hug too. Holy shit! She reached in for the hug too. How did you predict that? What?
Pico knows his shit.
How's that?
Pico knows his
That's insane.
Where's the prop bets now? Where's collecting the money? Holy shit!
Screw that guy,
Holy
huh?
shit!
Should we go
I don't know what this fucking stick right now.
How many hands did you
Oh.
How many handshakes? How many hugs?
Dude, she went for the hug. She went for it. Yeah.
Who's this
She cut
heartbreaking
him off.
story? My girlfriend, my daughter, and then he get all choked up. You know what I mean? So she was like, he needs a hug.
By decision, plus 400.
Maddie, have him throw some waffle fries in.
Oh my god, that's
Tie those up.
Dude.
You got over 7 dimes.
Wow, it was a good night. I mean, obviously, a little bummed out seeing Connor get his first loss in his pro career, but
He's already posted saying he's going to be back at it. He'll learn a lot from it.
all right. I think all. What do you think? All contracts? Waffle fries.
Well,
All right,
Dana,
fine.
message sent. Message
Just tell
received. You happy now?
I love that.
What do you think? 5 contracts?
Order has been restored here at the Contender Series.
All right, here we
All
go.
right, let's start with Billy Goff. Kicked in the face, he ate a ton of punches, came back, weathered the storm, fought like a stud.
Yes.
Welcome to the UFC, kid.
Yeah!
Good for him.
Costa, big power.
Like, just-
I see a lot of things that this guy definitely needs to work on.
We're going to get him a
27
developmental deal.
He's a heavyweight,
All right,
and he absolutely, positively performed tonight. Welcome to the UFC.
Cortez, first time.
All right, they're going 5 for 5. He's getting them out.
All right, Francis. Now, everybody thinks that I'm looking for unbelievable, spectacular finishes, which I am. But this was an absolute war. This was a UFC prelim level fight. Both guys were at such a high level. And Marshall absolutely dominated. This could have been on the undercard of any pay-per-view we've ever had. Welcome to the UFC, kid.
Francis, fire. Marshall, get over here.
That's good.
You got this one.
She gave him a
Salvador. Oh my
She really
God.
committed to it.
This kid was a 3-to-1 dog.
That's pretty good
tonight.
showing for Connor. Though.
Incredible
That,
first round.
no, he was
First
talking about
round
him.
was unbelievable.
That's
He's
good.
dropping bombs. Both of these kids were incredibly durable. He has 100% finish rate now, too. And part of being great in this sport is obviously talent, but another one is durability. You have to have durability. This kid's talented, he's durable, and he's mean, he's nasty, he wants it. Get over here, kid. You're in the UFC.
Benicio Salvador,
Yeah.
welcome to the UFC.
Going all 5.
He's going all 5.
Coming out of this fight, I said about Campbell and Duncan, I said, you don't want to come after this fight. Boy, was I wrong. The only thing that there's 2 things that I'm going to say about Duncan. He was a 2-to-1 dog, and wow. Get over here, man. You're in the UFC.
5 for 5.
5 for 5. Sweep tonight.
The
5 for
UFC.
5.
Now, Dana, for Benicio Salvador, he is just the second fighter in Dana White's Contender Series history to land 3 knockdowns. How spectacular is that for a flyweight to carry that type of power?
Yeah, and, you know, it's a great point. 100% finish rate, and fought a guy that is unbelievably durable. I thought he was out after the first knockdown. I was like, oh my God, he's getting back up. Tonight, is what this show is all about. Tonight is what this show was built for. All the seasons that we've had with all the incredible fights, tonight is one of the all-time best. Oh, did I say this? We're trending number 2 worldwide right now. Never trended ever before for the Contender Series until tonight.
Absolutely amazing. And for the heavyweight, Cortez Acosta, the only active now Dominican Republic-based fighter on the roster. How important is it for that market to bring those guys in?
Well, obviously, when you go into these different parts of the world and you have one guy from that's how it starts, and they get noticed and they start to build a fan base, and then in a few years we have dozens of people from wherever that part of the world is. You know what I mean? Whether just like we did in Australia, Africa, and the list goes on and on.
Dana, thank you for your time. What an incredible night. Go enjoy those victories.
Well,
Billy Goff, get on over here.
All right, we got to listen to him. Then we'll go off.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Now we get a handshake.
UFC.
Did Billy Goff get a handshake?
He got a handshake. Yeah, I saw it.
All right, does Billy get a handshake this time?
Yeah. I'm not super stoked on the performance. I know I can do a lot better, but I got the contract. Keep working forward. Just killing the UFC.
What's it like to sit there and hear Dana sing your praises like that?
It was pretty nice. I saw the replay of him standing up, giving him a standing ovation. I was like, yeah, nice. That's sick.
Congratulations and welcome to the UFC. Billy. I'm so excited for you guys. We'll send it back up to you.
First fight of the night.
You knew better.
He's like, I'm not getting stood up.
All right, we're going at it 2 hours now.
2 hours and 6 minutes.
Cheers, everybody. August 27th, Cage Titan 55. Zach T. Sabatino, KK is in the house. Rob Pico, thank you very much. Congratulations, Billy Goff. Speedy recovery, Connor Matthews. To everybody that tunes in, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.